Yeah,
Maybe when I was
I've been watching
but
Young Lo since she was with Michaela.
yeah. Yeah. So I just got done with my video. I had to make it. Basically, I called out the state of Louisiana because, like, dude, like, and I had to specify my video. I'm not mad that he was able to be reported. What I'm mad about is that it literally took a special privilege in order to get it fucking done. And they're talking about everybody should report something. Bitch, I tried to report the 3 different agencies. I spent hours trying to do so. And I literally nobody took the report. Ultimately, no report was made because police wouldn't take it. The abuse and child neglect hotline wouldn't take it. Like 2 state police wouldn't take it. What type of
Did you
shit
give
is
any
that?
reason why?
No, they said, I don't even know what you're trying to report. I don't even know what that is. Baton Rouge said
Fuck.
that's not even a case.
Yeah, they basically told Shorty she had no case.
That basically, it literally was not even willing to take the report.
That makes no sense.
But none. But the next day or 2 days later, sorry, somebody comes on TikTok and posts how they were able to do it. And the only difference between you and that person is, oh, they have a job that is working for the state, not
Not
the state of
Louisiana.
Louisiana, but
Yeah.
exactly, but works for the state. And because that, they're a mandated reporter, which applies to all 50 states. So they were able to use their special privileges that came with their job in order to make a report. That is outrageous. It's fucking unacceptable. There's no reason you should have to have a special privilege to make a report.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they should, like whoever I talked on the phone, they should all lose their fucking jobs. Like y'all were so. Allie heard the videos that I was getting cut off while speaking more than once. To ultimately, like, no, I don't even know what you're trying to report.
Yeah, like
How about you get his name, you hear or you take the whatever the video or the phone call, and then you go take him. You pull him in for questioning because enough alone to talk to him.
They need
That's
to
how you
check
get more
with the
information.
mom too and the kid. I mean, I don't know how old he is now, but
Exactly, but I didn't have that information. I didn't have that
yeah,
kid. I didn't have the mom's information.
I'm sure they could
And
figure it
so,
out
but I
though.
had Ryan's, and that should have been
Yeah.
enough.
Yep.
well, and the other thing is the first place she called was like an abuse or abuse neglect hotline. That they turned her over to the police
Yeah, it was the
department.
Louisiana State. Exactly. It was the Louisiana State Child Abuse and Neglect Hotline. That's who you're supposed to call. Like when you Google it, they say call that one first. So I called them and they're like, well, we can't help you. And I was like, well, do you know who can help? And they're like, maybe the Louisiana State Police. So I called the Louisiana State Police and they act like once I said what happened, this motherfucker was silent. And I was like, hello, hello. And then I had to call them back and they're like, let me give you this number to call us. And you know how like if you swipe over without like saving the number, it disappears. So I had to call them right back to ask for the number. And he's like, oh, actually call Baton Rouge police. I don't even know if we can help you. So I called Baton Rouge police and that bitch was like, I don't even know what this is. I don't know what you're trying to report here. We don't need, it's not a case. We don't got a case.
Wow.
Okay. Cause I'm pretty sure that like you don't make that decision, but cool. And that's what y'all feel for victims, for little children. That Ryan says he was 20 when it happened. Bitch, it's kind of convenient because the Louisiana state statutes read that 10 years is the statute of limitation for charges like that, except for when a child is a certain age, like 4 or 5 years old. It adds a special, clause to it, which makes that statute of limitation raised to the age of 18. And even then, there's still special circumstances, not his, but like if the child was actually, touched or whatever, then yes, they might be able to extend the statute of limitation. But it's just convenient that, out of the statute of limitation, nah, bitch, we're going to have to prove that one. And even if it is, doesn't mean that it, like, that might just be legally, but you're still a fucked up person.
I thought there was
There's no
no statute of
statute.
limitations on that, but
Yep, there is. I've looked all into it.
that's
And the
wild.
only reason why yeah, we might have saving graces because the child was so young. But remember, this, according to the story, it wasn't done to the child; it was done around the child. So
I
that's
would
why,
consider it done to the child still, because it's going to fuck with them regardless.
Yeah, but the
I'm
law
sure.
wouldn't. Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
I do. I mean, like, and we've heard videos of him finishing. So when he talk about, oh, and I finished, and he didn't know, bitch, please, you're loud as shit.
That's one thing that I pointed out. I was like, we've heard what he sounds like, and he's louder than most people I've heard, dudes at least.
Exactly. Now, how many jobs? Ryan lost one job, right?
I'm thinking he's lost more than that.
I'd like to say two, because I know he lost the one job during life after lockup. And then
he lost his.
yeah, I think he got rehired at another school, and then they fired him later. But I'm pretty sure he got fired first during life after lockup, because I remember him getting a phone call and him getting in trouble because something Gypsy said.
Okay. Well, because what I'm asking is today he said on his live, like, oh, I've lost 2 careers already. So I was wondering if that meant he lost his new job already.
He was live today?
Yeah,
he was live. And basically trying, hold on, Allie. He's basically trying to, I did nothing wrong. If you're guilty, you run. I did nothing wrong. That's not, people are just saying that. People are just saying loud and shit. Motherfucker, here's my thing. People are not just saying shit, motherfucker. You said it. What are you talking about? You said that shit. We're not hearing shit. You said that shit.
So he didn't get banned. He just...
Yeah, well, he's live now. It's been 3 days. Yeah.
I guess it has, huh? Yeah, what does he mean? He can't run.
Amy.
It wasn't for a long time. I think all around it was like 10, 15 minutes maybe that he was live. But I found a screen recording. I wasn't there for that for live, but I was able to upload the screen recording to my Google Drive and send Shorty the link.
Yeah, but you know what I find funny though, in all of this going on, Rod and Christy are on a cruise. Jippercrit is sitting here posting her fucking lips that are lopsided. You know, like her botched lips, exactly, because she's a botched bitch. I mean, I don't get how
she's been botched from.
I don't get it. I just don't get how. Like, girl, all the people that you have come in contact with, lives are like crumbling.
She don't care. She's so happy about it. It almost
Exactly.
seems like she's happy with the shit going on with Mia too. You know what I mean?
Okay, so this whole thing with Mia and Andre unfollowed each other. No, the fuck they didn't. I just went and checked. They both still follow each other.
Well, I think like her just hearing about it brings her glee, even if it's not real. Just the story of it going around. It almost seems like it.
Yeah, no, that's a false story. I went and looked, unless, you know, he has more than one Instagram, but even then, why would you only unfollow one? You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But I definitely found both on following and followers Andre's account. So,
yeah.
And I've got it screen recorded to show, because that's such a stupid thing to say. Now, I know that, go ahead.
I couldn't believe that call that she was on where she's like, oh, and Mia's gonna have a wedding and better than me and blah blah blah. Like, what? Like, she's mad because Mia's gonna have like a wedding and she's getting married in prison. Like, that's your choice.
Exactly, bitch. And again, like, girl, you sound very, you know, like, not rounded in the sense of, like, you sound like you know a lot to have been so concealed and kept up. And kept from the world, and not being allowed to do anything. And bitch, you know a whole lot. Mm-hmm. Now, I will give the tinted windows, like, it was very evident that at one point shit shifted with Dee Dee, because like her house went from clean to sloppy, blah blah blah. But I think that correlated with Gyppercrit, and I think maybe those tints on the window or whatever were put on there because Gyppercrit was doing nasty shit, and maybe a neighbor or two saw it. I mean, hell, she had no problem recording herself going to town on her downside whenever she's next to her mama in the bed.
Right. And her mom was super sick towards the end, so I'm sure it was hard for her to get around and do stuff. And Gypsy was faking being disabled when she could have been helping. So
Exactly. And just like I said, she tried to make it seem like, all these things that happen or that they go in the end, like, to get her mom was cheaper from sleep. But bitch, we can tell by all your videos and shit. No, she was trying to keep neighbors from seeing you doing nasty shit. You didn't try to keep them from hiding your doing the cool. Bitch, she didn't even know why you was lying to her. Like, I can't, and I'm pissed off. Like, of course she did. Now, tactic, maybe in prison, if you are in danger, it get moved out of your housing wherever you're at, do some shit like that, and they'll move you. So, but not saying that's what she did. I'm just saying, I said it a few weeks ago. Hypocrite never looked more healthy than she did when she was in prison. Dare I say she looked presentable? Okay, like the prettiest she was when she was in prison. I wonder why. You looked fucked up when you was out, and you look fucked up again. Are you making yourself sick, hypocrite?
she's not able to take care of her microdeletion stuff, or she's refusing to, at least. I'm sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that, like, because in prison, there's not that many avenues. Like, sure, you can get rugs and stuff, I'm sure, but it's not in the quantity, whatever, like, where, like, dude, she's doing something that's making her look hella sick compared to,
Well, we know what
we're talking
brought.
about prison. Exactly, but we're talking about prison. Like,
Yeah.
prison and outside in the free world. And you look more sick in prison, or you look more pretty in prison, and you look more sick in the free world, bitch, you're doing something to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you said your mom did that to you, but nah, bitch. Yeah, you were pretending you couldn't walk. You were doing these things. And I think you're still doing them.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the
same dances.
comments.
Exactly. She be on TikTok dancing and shit. Like, girl, bye. But you know what? Well, I'm going to try again tomorrow, but nobody has heard from Kenan.
Oh,
Oh no.
that's
Yeah,
cause for concern.
Yeah. Or, yeah, nobody's heard from Kenan. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not like ring alarms, but that is concerning.
Exactly. Like, the last time I talked to my mom was less than a week ago, and I know she had heard from him then, but I talked to my siblings and they said they haven't heard from him since these calls have come out, and my mom didn't answer today. So, but it sounds like when I talked to them, basically my mom was the last one who talked to him. They hadn't talked to him in a while. So,
I mean, hopefully, maybe somebody's keeping him safe and away from Gypsy.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Hopefully, he's just taking a break from the phone.
And I don't mean like safe from Gypsy. I mean that too, but like I mean like mentally,
Right. No, and he has Aurora, and so I think he might just be busy.
I would if I was him.
Exactly. I just gotta call. Like, I'll call my mom tomorrow again and see if she'll answer. But because I called her kind of late, and see if she's heard from him.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that she's not being left alone with that baby. Lord.
She don't want to be left alone. I keep telling her that.
She don't want nothing to do with that kid.
Exactly. Is she allowed to be left alone with the baby? Girl, it don't matter if she's allowed. She don't want to be. She don't want to be alone with the baby.
She's only going to be want to be around that baby once that baby's 13. Watch.
Exactly.
That's disgusting.
It's very disgusting. Or, when the baby's a little bit easier and she can tell him, like, go fuck off while I do this, do that. Like, she doesn't want the responsibility.
Or makes content with her the way she needs them to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
It's
Pisses me
ridiculous.
off so bad.
Yeah, well, it's not like taking care of dolls, and I'm sure she's learned that.
Yeah.
And again, I'm sorry, but we now know there's no debate. There's no question about it. It was not Munchausen's. No, this bitch killed her mother because she was not going to live her life for anybody but herself. She was going to do what she wanted to fucking do. That is why she murdered her mother. So all these people saying, "Oh, you're being dramatic, worried about your niece and blah blah blah." Killing your mother is no different than killing your daughter in the eyes of law. It's the same. Not just like it's the same fucking law. It's the same thing.
Careful,
So,
don't lose your account again already so soon.
well, that's a actual definition. That's a term. That's not.
No, I know.
a
I
bad
just
word.
wanted to make sure, like, nothing. You don't say anything. Just
Right? No, I'm
I
not.
had to check myself because I
I'm
almost
just
did
saying,
too.
yeah, all these people that are like, "Oh, you're being dramatic. You're being dramatic." Do you still think I'm being dramatic? Or did now that you see, oh, Hypocrite really did kill her fucking mom because she fucking wanted to live her life the way she wanted to live her life, not for any other reason. And tell me you're not worried she might do something to Aurora? She had
I just
no
don't
reason
understand
to
how she could
unalive
just
her
be
mother.
okay. I feel like this is deja vu that we had this talk like a month ago. Exact
Well, we
same
did.
talks.
Because we did, but it was people telling me I was being dramatic because, her mother, she went through whatever, and there's a story. Nah, bitch. She did that shit, and she did it because she wanted to, and that is why I'm concerned. Because there was no reason for her to do that to her mother. And again, we're talking about the lady who brought you to life. She literally gave you your very breath. That is a huge thing to murder her.
Yeah. I mean, my mom's done some pretty messed up stuff to me, and I've never once thought about taking her out. Like, I still love my mom. Like, she's done some real messed up shit.
Exactly, because that's something that's ingrained in you. It's just no matter how bad your parents are, most people they grow up.
Yeah. You're cutting out a bit.
It just scares me. Like it scares the shit out of me, and I'm pissed off about Ryan. Like, girl, you okay? Maybe you
have
married
every
him
right
because you
to be
needed
pissed.
parole,
Yeah.
right? But bitch, why did you send pictures of Aurora to him?
I mean, we know why.
Knowing what he's told you, exactly. Like, why would I want to do so many things?
You're not alone. I'm sure that if people don't want to do something about it, then there's something wrong with them, and they probably need their hard drives checked too.
Well, I would also just like to point out, if y'all never got to see it, that video of her doing laundry with Aurora right next to her, you could tell in that video she cannot stand being left alone with that baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the fucking action of the baby messing with the towels or something, she's just like all frustrated.
Yeah,
Girl,
and
bye.
she sat there. Yeah, like it was the biggest stress in the world, and it's like, babe, you could have literally used that moment to be like, no, baby, here, let me show you. Like, yeah, she's little, but still, you know what I mean?
That's like how I act around somebody else's kid that I've never been around before.
No, exactly. Like that's what I would have done.
Like, I'm not going to discipline somebody else's kid.
Yeah.
Yep. And no, spicy frog. No. Hypocrite absolutely did not expect Ryan to betray her. That was a time Ryan betrayed her in her eyes, and slipped those text messages that she had texted him and sent pictures of Aurora. That wasn't ever supposed to get out. She didn't do that because it would make Kenan mad. She did that for a whole different reason.
And Ryan let that slip because he needed his ego stroked.
Exactly. And he's over there crying on live tonight. I still miss her. Gypsy was great. You're crying because Team Ryan is dead. You're not crying because you miss Hypocrite because, bitch, you ain't been crying. You're crying because you're guilty as fuck. You're embarrassed as fuck, as you should be. And you're probably scared as fuck.
One of my favorite parts of his life, I don't know if you got to see it, but it was like towards the end.
Manchester. I keep hearing that. People keep saying that, but nobody has provided me the proof. And if they know this, then there should be proof because they unless it's a rumor. Please provide me the proof that she sent Brian those pictures. Please, I've been asking it because that's something that I need to.
Yeah,
I've
I didn't
spoke to
find
Kenan
anything
about
on
that.
that. Like, I did some research on that, and I didn't see nothing.
Exactly. I haven't been able to find it, but if you can find the proof, not just a rumor, but the actual proof that she sent pictures to Brian, please send them to my inbox so that I can get on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past her, obviously. But
Oh my God, yes. Dude, they were trolling Ryan with music in his live. Like they were playing
so
little
funny.
song gifs.
I
It was
saw a clip
so
of that.
fucking funny.
But what I was trying to say, one of my favorite parts of Ryan's live tonight was when he was like, I wish you all the best, even if you hate me, and even if you're sending hater gifts, and even if you're trying to tear me down, I still wish you the best at it. Like, okay.
Exactly. And then this whole like, oh, it wasn't even that bad. You literally sound like every P3DO. Literally, they all explain it away as it not being that bad. It's not. That's not what that is. That's exactly what that is. Like, and then the way you said book, like you sound like a predator at like it's just a child book, a children's book. You sound like an uncle, a bad uncle. That's what you sound like right now.
I also don't think that the main thing that he's upset about is Team Ryan. I don't think that's it. I think the biggest thing he's mad about is that it ruined his friendships with Dustin and Crystal, and he feels embarrassed in front of them.
Yeah, he said that he lost some good friends or whatever, but he swears that they only played the part where he said that there's a whole part where he was like Gypsy was going off on him and he was yelling at Gypsy because she was trying to make it sound like that. He's like, that's not what he said. That's not. And bitch, here's my thing, Ryan. Nobody was trying to make it sound like nothing. That is what you said, bro. Yeah. You put too many details in there talking about, no, they don't want to say when I said I went to the other room. No, you said that after Gypsy was going off on you, ho, but you didn't say that shit when you were telling that story because that was the truth and you were expecting a different response. And when you got a different response than what you were expecting, then you backtracked and tried to, explain yourself. No, nobody made up shit. That is your story.
Yeah, and I did hear Dustin and Crystal on live together earlier. And they were talking about it, and they both said that they both reiterated that they listened to the whole call. They didn't listen to a clip of it. They listened to the whole calls that people sent them to listen to.
Part of me thinks that he was so comfortable talking about that with her that there's probably going to be more, unfortunately. We've only barely dented into the calls, so I can only imagine there's going to be a lot of other crap, so...
Well, and I don't think Dustin and Crystal are going to listen to the rest of them. I think they're counting themselves out.
Oh, I don't care about them. I'm just saying there's probably a lot more.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I haven't listened to all the calls. I've only listened to clips and a few because I'm really not.
Yeah. I won't listen to all of them either. Just the clips because I can't.
Exactly. There are too many. Like, I didn't request those. I'm not about to sit here and listen to all of them. But
Gypsy's voice gives me a headache anyway, so.
Exactly. I will say that Gypsy, like the just non give a fuck, like it's beyond me. Like she does not give a fuck. But when Robert was doing her ass, I love Robert. Okay, I don't know whoever he is, front of the class because we have questions. Okay, and we will treat you nicely. But bro, he was like, she's like, you don't want a relationship with me? No. So fucking quick, just no, we're not gonna be together. No, you're a brat. You're not. You act one way, and you'll say one thing and you'll act different. Like he was clocking her shit.
She asked him 20
and she was just and she was just like trying to like play it out. Like, girl, if you can't take a hint, he's not being nice right now. Like just because he answered the phone don't mean he being nice.
He was even like, if you don't want to talk to me anymore, that's fine.
Yeah. Like, don't call. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you don't have to call me.
Sorry. Has any of, like, her so-called TikTok friends, like Sheena or Brie or anybody said anything about anything yet?
Nope.
That says a lot. The silence speaks volumes.
Yeah, about the racism. But I'll tell you this, the racism, like when it comes to the P3DO, it definitely takes the second seat. Because I'm sorry, but child predatory behavior will always come above racism because they're children. They're special victims. You know, racism can be from adults to children, but child sex charges, like that is despicable. That's like the worst. Like I put it above murderers because your victim will live with it for the rest of their fucking life. You have traumatized a child and they have to live with it. That like just ugh. His racism, he's just disgusting. He's a literally a let me think of my words so I don't get TikTok. um just very, very how to put it.
She's not saying that the racism doesn't matter. She's saying both matter, but like there's more victims than just
Exactly.
a community. It's like a child that has been violated.
Right. And hold on, Key, what community? Are you talking about this community on TikTok?
Just talking about like the racism
No, I'm just
stuff.
hold on, midlife. I'm asking her because I need this answer before I respond. And you said the silence about the racism says it all, girl. What's your community? You say community. Like, what is your? You say he traumatized your community. Where? Because of this phone call?
She did request that, but I don't know if you'd want to let her.
Oh, he traumatized the black community. Okay, so and you're saying he did that because of the phone call you're listening to, right? The phone calls of him talking and saying racist shit to Hypocrite. That's what you're referring to when you say he traumatized the community, right?
Did you want to let her up? She's in the requests. It's up to you.
Can we wait? I don't need to fight. I'm waiting for her to respond. Because at the end of the day,
Yeah, and
like
as
his shit is
someone,
disgusting and yes, he was racist, but he didn't come out here and say that to any of y'all. He was saying that to Gypsy. So I don't know how he traumatized your whole community by listening to some like that's it'd be different like if he was attacking y'all. That's traumatizing y'all. Now he disrespected the whole community for sure. But he didn't I wouldn't see that as traumatizing. I would see it as fucking blatant disrespect.
Okay, she's just trying to twist things to make it sound crazy, I think, now.
and as
Clipped immediately.
also,
Okay.
Exactly. Trying to fucking say I'm defending him. Girl, bye. You crazy as hell. Ain't nobody defending a pedo.
Right.
Nobody's defending a racist. Nobody's defending any of that. But what I'm saying is when somebody comes on and they're like, oh, he traumatized my whole community. That's not if you want to claim the traumatization for yourself, so be it. But don't speak for a whole community that he said nothing to. He just said it about and to somebody else on a phone call. And we're hearing it on a recording years later.
I really don't know what she thinks is being clipped. That's going to be
Exactly.
like what?
Like what?
well, and also, I will just say, as someone who's also in the black community, there's a way to approach these things in a respectful way. Just fucking saying.
Exactly. And I'm not sitting here again saying that he wasn't racist or anything.
Yeah.
You're like
Seeing you're traumatized though is a lot different than being disrespectful, like you said.
Exactly. And you throw out the comment that the silence about the racism says it all. And we're talking about his P3DO acts and stuff like that. So we're not even talking about the racism. You threw it in, which made the comparison. Okay, because we weren't even talking about that. You're saying I'm comparing the two. No, you brought it into the subject that we weren't talking about. So I mentioned both of them. And I said that would take a second seat to the P3DO stuff because it would, in my opinion. If you want to say that you matter more than a child victim, be my guest. But I'm not going to say that.
Yeah. A child is defenseless.
Exactly.
Like somebody can
like,
switch off a video they don't like. A child is stuck there.
Thank you. That child can't take that away. You can sit up here and come on my live and try to comment and defend. That child wasn't able to do that for themselves.
And getting yourself all worked up over this is silly. You, go touch grass if you actually feel like Ryan personally traumatized you. Actually.
Thank you.
Well, I blocked her as soon as she said she was clipping, so sorry.
No,
if you
I'm
didn't
just
want me
saying that for
to.
me, but I'm just saying it
Girl, I
for
don't give
everybody
a fuck.
else.
Just make sure when that shit lands, wherever it lands, that you make sure you make it land right. Because I'm done. There's a whole bunch of shit legally that's about to start happening. Like all my lives getting clipped and posted on YT, that's copyright shit. And y'all better hope you did it right. Better hope you did it right, because there's certain things you have to do for fair usage, and just clipping my shit and immediately posting it is not fair usage, bro. You have to do your own commentary, your own shit on my shit, not just clip my shit and put it out there. You're crazy. And again, I don't give a fuck, because I'll stand and die on that hill. A P3DO is worse than his racism shit.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I stand on that too. Honestly, like
I will die on that hill.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here. If I had to, I wouldn't shake hands with either one of them, but I damn for sure wouldn't be the P3DO.
Yeah.
Right. You know, the P3DO can get you, exactly. One can get you put in prison, one can't. Mm-hmm. One can just get you beat up.
Yeah. Like I said, somebody who is bothered by what they're saying, what he's saying, can scroll on out. But the child that was on his lap during all of that had no choice, or not even
exactly on his
knowledge,
or head to head with him. You know, like y'all laying on this pill, reading a book, this children's book. It's so, the way he says it, it's just like,
I can't stand his voice.
I can't. I can't. Like, you sound so nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I cannot believe. I think it's like, I don't know how. Like, I really just think maybe because, like, he seemed so like into gypocracy. Like, it seemed more of like a, God. He would have the like mom fetish versus the child fetish.
Bro, something just like hit me in my gut too when they were fighting, and before she was like able to divorce him or whatever, and he was like threatening to like be like, oh, I'm gonna make sure that baby comes to see me or whatever through the divorce.
Yes, and like
it makes me like want to vomit so bad right now. It just hit me.
Exactly. He told Gypocrit that when they met for papers, like to sign the divorce and all that stuff, and to get her name changed legally, if she did not bring that baby with her, she would stay in Anderson forever. I don't know who the fuck made you think that you had that right. Bitch, you're not God. And bet she didn't. She didn't come, and guess what? She ain't a fucking Anderson, you weirdo. Like, that's crazy to even think that you can tell somebody that a child that is not yours better be there, or you're not. Bitch, who are you?
Well, I remember that too, and Ken even told her, you better not.
Oh no,
my face is hot right now, dude.
Like, look, when I tell you, that's the time that like, if any time I would have expected my brother to put hands, it would have been that time. And no, he didn't. Like, because he made it very fucking clear, you're not leaving with her. It would be over his dead body. And so she didn't. She stayed.
Yeah, because I remember them having that argument on Life After Lockup.
Yeah, well, they had it off camera too.
No, I'm sure they did. I'm just saying I remember seeing a part of it.
Yep, exactly. And yeah, and when I say it was on business, I'm talking family members came down to that state just to make sure.
Yeah, because she even did a confessional. It's like, Ken won't let me.
Like, yeah, Ken won't let you. What about, I'm not gonna do that. He's fucking out of his mind.
Yeah. Especially after what he has talked about. What the fuck?
Thank you.
I'm like literally so mad. It's not even funny. I'm gonna sit for a minute.
The only reason she responded the way she did is because that bitch knew she was being recorded. She knew it because she's an inmate. She remembers. She's probably seen hella inmates getting in trouble for shit they've said on the phone. She remembers that. Mm-hmm. And so she's like, no. But you still married that motherfucker. You still sent pictures of your baby, my little niece, to him. Woo! They better get, if they can get his hard drives, and you better parade hypocrite that those were the only pictures you sent to him.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part for me is the fact that she had all these crazy conversations with him and still married him. Like, okay, girl, you were in it for some reason.
Exactly. No, she married Ryan for parole because
I know that.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what the whole status, why she couldn't go to Christy and Rod's.
I think
But
she just didn't want to. She didn't want to be in her
Yes, she
30s living
could.
with her mom.
She could. She just didn't want to live with her parents and have to go by the rules, is what she said.
Yeah.
okay. Well, she wanted to go. Is Ryan is, and then please stay 1 minute so I can be mushy, Ryan. Oh, ma, like, ew. Like, no wonder they didn't like you. No, they didn't want you coming over there. Weird, dude. Weird. You're just all around not a good guy. And what makes it worse is you were able to fool people. I felt bad for you, motherfucker. I felt bad for you. I was like, man, my brother didn't have to do it. Like, that's wrong as fuck. Regardless of everything, they were fucking married. And in the eyes of God, that was a bond. And Kenan was wrong as hell, you know. And like, even when Gypsy contacted him, you should have been like, no, you're a married woman. And as hard as it is, that's what makes you a decent person. You stand on morals and shit like that. You just don't do shit like that. But whatever. I felt bad for Ryan because I could see he truly did love Gypocrit. Like, he loved her in a very unhealthy way, a very attached, but he loved her. And he was heartbroken by it and embarrassed as fuck because not only did she fucking leave him and get back with her ex that she was with before him, she gets pregnant right away. She gets tattoos. She's all in the media, but she was barely trying to be on the show with Ryan.
Yeah, I remember when she went and like took a little trip with Ken or something when they first started talking again, and she sent a picture of Ryan, and he was like, "That hurt worse than the matching tattoos," because he even said he said he texted her back or something, and was like, "You're messing with him, ain't you?" And she was like, "No, we're just on the trip as friends."
Exactly.
And it was that picture of them by a little bridge or whatever, and she's got her hand on his chest and everything.
Yeah. See, and that's my thing. It's like, dude, when I see anything of you and Ryan, it's because it was like on the show. Like, I don't see anything where y'all are just like randomly, like, where you look affectionate with him. You know what I mean? Like, and why would you? Like, he's gross looking. He looks like your mother, don't he? Looks like your mama.
Stop it. It's too much. It's gross.
It's so gross. And you know what? She might have been able to see it because I heard that phone call where her mama's haunting her ass. And you bet she motherfucking is. Until you start telling the truth, she's gonna haunt you. She's gonna haunt you until you start telling the fucking truth, Gypsy. Real shit.
I know you've seen that video. The AI one.
Yeah.
That video's so good.
I know, I sent it to the group chat. I loved it. I
Oh,
laughed
yeah.
at it too. I
It was
loved
so
it.
good.
It really was. But what I'm saying is that phone call where she's like, she thought she saw her mom, or no, the thing flew across the cell or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, she did. Yeah, and it's gonna keep happening. And you ain't never gonna be happy until you figure it out. Your mama told you, according to you, your mama told you that, right? She put a spell or something, said you weren't ever gonna have true love or blah blah blah. You don't deserve it because you couldn't even love your mother. That's supposed to be your first true love. You're supposed to love your mama no matter what. You might not like her. You might be upset with her. You might whatever. You might not even talk to her, but you don't hate her. You still love your mother.
Yeah.
They gave you life regardless. If they placed you up for adoption, you loved them for the fact of they gave you up because being with them would be worse. That takes love. They're like you wouldn't exist if they didn't feel anything, even if it's simple obligation. That obligation comes from something that they felt.
Yeah.
Your mother brought you to life, and she didn't have to. She did not have to, and she kept you as sick and hard and unbearable that you were.
Yeah.
Like at some point she had to have come to the realization like, yeah, all this shit's cool, but it like I can get all of this shit and she could be gone with in a home getting the care she actually needs. I just feel like it did how she fucking takes every chance to discredit her mother's name and talk shit about, like, damn, the woman's dead already. Can you give it a rest?
Yeah, like you are living the life that you act like you always wanted and got everything you wanted. You're not in prison for life, so like
Exactly.
and
Don't you want to?
she should be like, you would think if the situation was real that she was trying to put out this whole story or whatever, which we know it isn't, but if it was, she should not hate Nick so much, in my opinion. But obviously we know it's a lie, but
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm baffled.
She thinks it's the reason I got caught.
Mm-hmm.
And she thinks Nick is the reason I got caught.
Yep.
It's
It's still miserable.
You make me fucking. Like, no telling how long. Girl, like, I'm willing to bet if you have regular people coming in, everybody made it sound like, you know, he really, that wasn't really talking to anybody, you know, like it didn't sound like she had people that checked on her regular, you know, whatever. And neighbors might have been like, I haven't seen them around, but nobody was, I mean, it'd been a week, and nobody said shit, and nobody worried about it until that post. So, dude, it could have been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it were not for those, I wonder just how long it would have been before anybody would have found BD. Like, I mean, the AC was down. I mean, like, there was no smell. Like, cause normally you smell, I don't know if y'all smelled it. I've smelled it. You know, I smelled fucking week old. Okay, so, but it's a smell you can't forget. And it's very, very,
Yeah.
very sweet. Like, it's sweet, it's sickening. And it's just a smell
Pungent.
you won't know. And outside.
Yeah. When she turned the AC like way, way, way down to try and like prolong it, I'm pretty sure, too. But still.
And then even in like
You're breaking up a
Cutting
little
out.
bit.
Yeah. Are you still there, Autumn?
Yeah.
yeah,
We lost.
Oh, okay.
no, I'm here. Hold on. Lordy, Lordy. 1 second.
For now.
I will tell you this. The Nick thing, like like I said, she said if it weren't for her mother being murdered, she wouldn't have had Kenan or Aurora. Trying to make you feel. Hold on.
Is that a fair trade? Like, I mean, I'm not saying that those aren't important, but like, I would never trade my mom I would never have murdered my mom to have my kids.
That's why
You know?
that's why I brought it up. Like she threw in like, bitch, don't try and like gain sympathy from me by spinning it that way. I ain't the one, bitch. Okay, I know crazy. I know psycho. I've survived psycho, so I fucking know it. Like I've survived the psycho that I had to go with them just to stay alive because everybody else would say run, you have a chance, but I know if I run, it solidifies everything that this psycho's thinking, and he will unalive me. So I have to stay with him. And guess what? I'm here today because I went with crazy. I understand psychos. Don't try and play me with your brother, I wouldn't have Aurora, bitch. Aurora would be here, just a different mother and a different name. We didn't need you.
And a whole lot less drama.
Exactly. And we didn't need Dee Dee unalived. And we didn't need Nick's life ruined and his mother to unalive herself and so on and so forth. We didn't need all of that. Because that's what came with Aurora's life, right? You think all of that was a fair fucking trade? You have put something against her from just birth. Her life has karma because of what you've done. And you are doing nothing to protect her. You're doing nothing to even try. Like, no, I don't fucking like you. And regardless, if I was saying nothing, I'm not the only one saying something. There's a whole bunch of people that are saying something. It's not just me. So it takes one person before it becomes a whole bunch of people to stand behind something. And that's cool. That's a good thing when people come together collectively and stand behind something that's right. So why is it wrong if I want to say something and join that? If I want to stand behind that same cause? Oh, because my family's involved? Wouldn't that just give me more reason to?
Gives you more like...
That should,
I can't think of the same, but...
Hold a microphone. That should be the reason I'm holding one of the megaphones. Like... I could never say like a thing happening of they're standing behind this cause and oh well that's personal to me so I've got to stick this one out. Bitch, what? It's personal to you so you speak up.
Yeah. And honestly, oh shit, I was my fridge open. If I was your brother, I would take that baby, do whatever you gotta do in the court to make sure that she cannot be anywhere around that child and change her name and be quiet. Like I would change it. I would cut off any tie to that lady if I could, or if you can. It's just scary. And somebody said in the comment, the book being dedicated to her. That is so messed up. Because one day she will see it.
Patty, can you send me that? Because I thought that call was her talking about Robert or something like that, or Brian. I didn't think that was about Nick. She had to have lost her everlasting mind to have even. No, you can't get back. You're thinking about getting back with Nick. He's in prison. He murdered. Like you.
I think that she did say something, but I could be mishearing.
That's what I'm saying. If you could just send me the clip, because I could be wrong. That's why I'm asking for it. I'm afraid that her daughter. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid for, Kybird. I'm hoping that this is all. I hope it gets figured out, but by the time Aurora is.
That's what I'm saying. If she's like, he changes her name and stuff, and like, there's a way to like make it to where she basically is non-existent and isn't tied to that. Hopefully, like you were saying, like over a month ago, like. You can go to a different town and people aren't going to know who she is,
Exactly. Like, especially if your population is old. I can pull up right now.
If her mom's not living with her.
Exactly. Like, Aurora, I'm just speaking if it was even all three of them, because that's what I was saying last month. All three of them, I told them, like, your only chance for Aurora, if you're gonna be on social media right now, then I would say use it for as best as you can until Aurora, about a year before Aurora starts school. So that's like 3 or 4, depending if you're going to have her go to pre-K or whatever. And a year before that, change y'all's name because it takes time. There's legal processes that have to happen. So you can't start this when she's about to start school because then...
You disappeared, Autumn.
She probably got a call.
Change your name all three of you, change your names. Yes, Gypsy can change her name legally. She's not running from the law. She's not running, or she's not invading anything. They would know who she is. Like if she was dealing with law enforcement and they ran her new name, they would know who she was previously. And move to like Alaska or something. Like y'all liked Alaska, move to Alaska, or move to a small town in, dare I say, Missouri. Yeah, like just, because they're not be in the same state. But you just move to a small town and deny. I don't give a fuck if they say, "Oh, you look just like." I would be like, I get that all the time. We get that all the time, and deny who the fuck you are. Your new names are who you are, and that's it.
I mean, she's great at having fake accents.
And she's great at fake accents, exactly. And the whole goal is you're also not on social media anymore. It's not change your name and then be on social media. No, it's change your name, which actually we had the discussion. She could still legally do that and still be on social media. People don't realize like she could change her legal name, move and everything, and there'd be no way to track her unless we like the public, because I'm sure them getting their names changed, the reason they're getting them changed would be for safety or whatever. They're not going to have that available to the public for us to figure out that their name was changed. So if that happens, if they allow that little clause that for safety we won't put in public record the name changes, nobody's going to be able to find where they're at. Nobody's going to know who they are unless they fucking say it. But she can still exist online as Gypsy Rose. She can go online, Gypsy Rose, and then go home and nobody recognizes her because they're not online. It's like a double life. People have done it all the time.
And like honestly, if she were to like, let's say she just moved to Duncan, that little town I was living in, no one would know her ass there. Even if she did go down there and say she was Gypsy Rose, they'd be like, who?
Exactly. And K-Bird, no. There's plenty of people that do not know who Gypsy Rose is. Like, in fact,
Yeah.
I don't know if you're like the social person, but if you are or if you're not, try to get the courage. Just ask some random people, hey, do you know who Gypsy Rose is? And see how many
ran into
people
somebody
know.
that didn't know who she was just recently. I can't remember where it was, but I did.
When I tell you the lady, okay, so when I made my reports for what Sheena did, I contacted several agencies. The one where where I had to go on the website or whatever, basically it's FBI, but it's the cyber unit. When I'm telling her who this is, she's like, okay, and that's like a screen name? No, that's Gypsy Rose. Okay, like she had no idea who I was talking about. I was like, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, like the famous or the infamous woman who unalived her mother, and she had no idea what I was talking about. Exactly, and we're talking about law enforcement, like feds, and she didn't even know who the fuck Hypocrite was.
Well, and also the thing is like, her case happened a long time ago. A lot of people forgot about her after that.
Exactly. Yeah, her case is well known. We're not saying it's
Yeah, it's
nobody
well
knows
known,
it. We're
but it
just
was a
saying
while
that
ago.
exactly. Like a lot of people don't know her case. It's just or they heard it and once you explain it, they're like, oh yeah, I heard that case, but they don't know who she is just off the first question.
Yeah. Most of the time when you're talking about Gypsy Rose to normal random people in the world, they're not like, I haven't heard that name in years. Like, they forgot about that lady. They really did.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Gypsy, that woman, Kenan, and the baby have all gone out plenty of times. They're not hermit crabs. And y'all don't have any of the footage because there is none. People do not recognize them all the time. Like, especially like when they're in Texas, absolutely, they never get recognized. Like, it's very rare that they get recognized, and it's never bad. She's never had a bad experience. That's why I said if she moved to like a small ass town, and I said Missouri, I'm sorry, because I'm in Missouri, and then that would be another family member that Kenan would have in the state with him.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Well, and I don't know how long ago the live was, but I saw a screen recording from a live that Gypsy was on at one point, and she was talking about that. She was saying how she doesn't get noticed all the time. she's like, oh, I don't always get recognized. Like, I'm able to go to the store and, like, no one really talked to me. And most of the time when people do talk to me, they're really nice.
Yeah, exactly. And no, Amy, yes, like online, she's this, she's that girl. But in person, she loves, like, it's like you literally contradict yourself. You're that girl online, and you're telling us how in person nobody even, reacts like that, or it's always nice. Like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Move to, like, Riverton. Riverton, Missouri, I think their population is like 30. I'm not kidding. Move there. Like, nobody's going to recognize you there because they're all old, and it's so small town, but fuck in the middle of nowhere. There's not a lot of chances of, traffic passing and seeing you. Alaska. Alaska is a really good place. You probably never get seen if y'all get a little cottage in the woods. Aurora might have a good chance. But no, it's not going to happen. Exactly. A 10-year-old wanting a selfie with her. Like, girl, like, I would think it's cute. Like, oh, because these kids. But, honey, you're not for children. Like, nothing that you have spoke about, no content you have put out, nothing that you have done is for children. So why are you excited about children fans? Like, fuck you. I would have been like, no, I'm sorry, I can't. Like, I would have made it nice so I didn't hurt the girls' feelings, but I wouldn't have taken pictures with children. I'm not a child star.
Yeah.
I'm not a children's entertainer.
Well, and I would just like to add, there is this Shabuse documentary / movie. It's called 9 Minutes to 9. It's really one of my favorites because the victim ends up deleting her Shabuser, and she went to prison for it and everything. And she was let out later, and I actually looked up an update on her and her kids, and they said that after she left prison, they don't know where she went, they don't know where she moved to, she didn't tell nobody, and she ain't gotta tell nobody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
she didn't change her name or anything, she just moved and didn't tell nobody where she was going.
Wait, say that again?
There's a movie. It's called 9 Minutes to 9. The lady, her name is Wendy something. The last name starts with an M. She has 3 kids by her husband who was hurting her. She ended up deleting him. She went to prison for it, served her time, got out eventually, and I looked up like what happened to her after prison, and they literally said it was in a People's article, People magazine. They literally said when she got out of prison, she moved somewhere and didn't tell nobody where she was going, and she don't got to. She didn't come out and make a new documentary saying, hey, I'm out of prison. She didn't make a TV show. She literally got out of prison, moved somewhere with her kids, and then no one ever heard from her again. Gypsy could have done that.
I literally could have, but... And like I said, I mean, as much as we might not like to hear it, she's literally still can. Like, it's not over until Aurora starts school.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's a lady who was on a murder charge, sat in prison, did her time, got out, and then moved to a state with her kids and never told nobody nothing.
Exactly.
She already got a movie. She
did have a movie though, so she had to tell us something.
But that's the thing. The movie, that was like a nice camera crew and everything. It was literally on a camcorder that her mom and her had.
Still, it's not like she just didn't say nothing. She still told us, so she still got paid for it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's my point. Like, she already had the movie telling you the whole story, what happened. She didn't leave prison and give y'all an update.
Oh, okay. It was while she was in prison.
No, the documentary, it's literally called 9 Minutes to 9 because it's the 4 days leading up to her going to prison.
Okay.
It's like her spending time with her kids, her spending time with her mom, and like literally the last minutes, her children walk her to the prison door, and she goes.
Wait, she's spending time with her mom. Where was she before she went to prison?
At her mom's house with her kids.
Was this in America?
Yes.
She was at her mom's house?
Yes.
Why? Was she not in jail?
She was literally arraigned, and like it was like a situation where she was arraigned and she had to turn herself in, and that's how they did it.
Right. No, I've seen that. I just can't imagine with, you convict somebody, because when you get the conviction, you don't get your sentence. That comes like a little bit after. So, but usually, like if you're found guilty for murder, you're usually getting locked up that day.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like that. Like she knew she had her court date coming up, and she knew at that court date they were gonna put her in prison.
Okay.
And so she literally had her kids like the kids wrote out like a little calendar, and they were marking down the days till mom went to jail. Yeah, it was the whole 4 days of her spending her time with her kids until she went to jail.
Right. Like, I mean, I guess, like, opposed to just disappearing one day and somebody else having to explain to your kids what happened. Like, I mean, at least you got to tell them and prepare them.
Oh, and they were all old enough to know exactly what was going on. They knew exactly what their dad was doing. One of her sons helped her.
Oh, wow.
And went to prison with her.
Oh, wow. Is he still in prison?
No, he got out just before she did.
Oh.
If I remember right. But, and I believe when he did it, he was like 15, 16 when he helped her. Mm-hmm. And he told the whole story behind glass and everything. They got a camera in there so that they could interview him too. The whole thing.
Wow. And I can't believe they even arrested him. I mean, he's 15.
Yeah. He was just a baby, and then his little brothers were, I believe, like 8 and 9, some shit like that.
Oh God.
And so they were all fully aware of what was going on.
Wow. And what happened? Why did she unalive him?
So literally, the story is you have to watch the movie to understand it because she paints it very well. But basically, the abuse was going on for years, and literally one day, girlfriend just snapped. She literally just snapped one night, and she said this is what happened. He beat her up, and then he went to bed. And he went to bed, and she was sitting there in the hallway with her son. And her son was like, "Mom, what are we gonna do?"
Hey,
she goes,
okay, back up. I'm not hearing. Maybe that's my audio. What did he do?
I'm getting ready to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
husband.
I just told you he beat her up and then went to bed.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't hear that. I thought you said he cheated. Okay.
No, he beat her up, went to bed, and then she's sitting in the hallway with her son, and her son goes, "Mama, what are we gonna do?" And she goes, "I'm gonna kill him." And he goes, "Okay," and he gets up and helps her, and that's how it went. She literally just snapped. And she even does like a little interview, and they ask her like, "Why'd you do it? Do you know why?" And she goes, "To this day, I don't know why. I don't know why I did it. I know I did it, but I don't know why."
But how did she do it?
I know her son had a mallet, and then I think she had a hammer.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
And from what I remember, I think she took the first swing, and then they kind of went back and forth a little bit.
Oh God. That's crazy.
Yeah. I believe it was 3 or 4 hits, and then the son said he heard a gurgle, and they quit after that.
Wow. I can't even. Like, I'm sorry.
It's on Tubi, and it's called 9 Minutes to 9.
That's crazy. Like, I get he beat her. I get that. But he was sleeping. You're sitting in the hallway. What are we gonna do, Mom? We're gonna leave. We're gonna go, baby. I get she raged out, but like,
Yeah,
Man.
no, that was the whole thing. She just snapped, and to this day, she can't tell you why she did it. She just snapped, lost it.
I've been there. I just didn't lose it.
And that wasn't even the worst. That's the other thing that she added. She said that wasn't even the worst beating he ever did. Like, he knocked multiple of her teeth out.
Oh.
The girl had dentures.
Mm.
And there was also, she said he would do this all the time. It was called the delete me spot. He would drive her to the spot in the woods and threaten to kill her.
So how did they get caught? Did they turn themselves in or what?
Yeah, her and her son called the cops and said, "Hey, we did this. Come get him."
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Your son
That's
like
insane. That's
keep
insane.
that secret, I guess.
Yeah, and she wasn't going to. Like, she had no intention of trying to get away with it or any of it. Like,
I saw a Dateline like that, but it was mom definitely tried to get away with it. But like he was, I think, actively like beating her ass, and she unalived him, and her son helped her bury him. And they did something. I don't know if it was a shed or a garden. They put something over him, and I'm talking. It was some
Was
years.
it that concrete slab?
Uh-huh.
I remember that one.
And I'm like, that boy held on to that shit for his mama for so long.
That's so messed up, but it's so sad.
Exactly. Like, knowing now, like, like you probably wouldn't have gotten even in any trouble.
yeah, I'm like, but that's one of my favorite, like, DV movies, because it's all through their eyes. Like, there's no fancy camera
Hold
crew.
on.
It's them with a couple camcorders.
111 said his friend told on them. Whose friend?
I know it's not the one I'm talking about.
I
Because
think he was talking about mine, because they went and
Yeah.
asked the son
like-
basically to come clean. And the son did. He came clean.
yeah. I'm like, the one I'm talking about, I watched that movie so many times because I love it so much.
Yeah, at first, dude, that boy was not trying to come clean though. At first, he was like, nope. They're like, so with all this information, if I told you this, if I told you that, he's like, no. And eventually, he gave it up.
Yeah, I'm like, honestly, if I knew where that lady lived, the lady from 9 Minutes to 9, Wendy, if I knew her in real life and where she was, I would send that lady flowers.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, Wayne. I can understand snapping. But when your child is there, that's literally supposed to be what keeps you from snapping. Like, that's supposed to be unless, like, you're in the moment of getting your ass beat. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, and I will add, the dad was hurting the kids too. So that's why the son was all for it. Because he was getting smacked around also.
yeah, well, the first time that happened, no shade, she should have been left. That was their dad or their stepdad?
That was their dad.
Oh.
All of
Even
them.
then, should have left. But I mean, it's a little different when it's their actual father. But still, the first time the child is like me, it's a different story. I'll stay for a long time, get my ass beat. But you touch my child, you crazy.
Well, and I also think that the tie was a little bit deeper because they were like married and pregnant by the age of 16, and by the time all this went down, they were in their 30s.
How is she doing, Lions Den? Are they gonna do anything? Is there anything they can do? Like to try and stop it or slow it if it is happening? I mean, I'm sure the best place to be when having one is the hospital, but
Yeah, sending prayers and good vibes your way, Lions Den.
yes. Yes.
Well, thankfully, she's at the hospital, so if that is the case, she's there already.
Right, that's what I said.
Praying for you. That's so scary.
Yeah, the best place to be would be there. Okay, let's see. So, anyways, her blood pressure's not really low. She's admitted to the ICU and getting a CT. So, it can't be that. She knows that though, and I'm sure she'd want you there with your sister until absolutely necessary.
Right.
Sucks when our families start getting sick and stuff is happening. My grandma's got dementia, and I was over at her house tonight swimming in her pool and look over and she's feeding the dogs chocolate.
Oh, your sister was?
No, my grandma. She's got dementia. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
But yeah, so my mom's like yelling at her about it, and I'm like, Mom, you can't keep getting mad at her about it because she doesn't remember. She doesn't know what she's doing. Like,
Right.
you have to put the chocolate up. And she's like, she's got to learn. I'm like, Mom, she's not going to learn anything right now. Like, what are you thinking?
Right.
Like, that's not
Ain't
how
nothing
dementia
gonna
works.
stick right now.
Yeah, like it's just gonna stress her out. You yelling at her because she's not gonna get it. It's not her fault. It's super frustrating because she's the one that's there and supposed to be taking care of her. And then I find out she's talking about selling my grandma's house, like when she passes, and I'm like, wait, what? Because I'm the one that's the beneficiary on that, and they still owe a ton of money. So I don't know what she thinks she's gonna get for it.
Right.
She's got a rude awakening coming when she sees that my name's on there and I get to choose what she gets. My mom is very much irresponsible. It sucks, but whatever. I love her still. I wouldn't off her in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
As much as she drives me crazy.
Yeah, like what the heck? Yeah, because like that's just an unhinged thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like most people just leave.
Yeah, my dumbass moved her across the country to be closer to me. I even drove her and all of her crap to live in my house. I love my mom. She has a headache though. Oh.
Yeah, moms can be that way.
Yeah. I didn't realize what time it was.
Hey, Sam. I didn't even know you were here.
Oh yeah.
I invited him a little while ago.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a while. I've been seeing him on panel with other people though. Mm-hmm. Man, where's my lid? I'm just, oh, there it is. I can't tell you how annoying that is. It's like to have something in your hands and then like 2 seconds later you cannot find it. That's me.
That's me with my vape.
That's me with like anything that I'm like, anything really. I set it down and I'm just like so absent-mindedly setting it down that I don't even realize it. Because I never fucking I barely get to sit down. I'm always doing shit. I'm the only fucking adult in my house with 3 children. It gets messy. Children need things. Things need to be done. And I learned if you sit down, you're going to need to get right back up. And that's annoying. So. Oh, it's a pretty kitty. That's a kitty.
Did y'all see that TMZ fight I sent in the group chat?
Yeah, I did. Shit was funny.
I felt like y'all needed to laugh, and that shit had me giggling. Because why were they fighting like they were in a dream?
Yeah, that shit was funny though.
I swear that's how I fight
Oh
at
my
my gym.
god. Why did I see today? I never saw the episode where Blueface and what's that streamer? They did the pop the balloon session.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but
And
I,
that
I don't
bitch
watch
that
those.
slapped the bitch that slapped Krishan.
Mm-hmm.
Like she walks in there, for one, looks totally different than how she did that day she saw Krishan. Like you could tell she'd been eating up the cloud, and she walks in there with a t-shirt. She's like, I'm the slapper," and they're like the slapper, and she opens this t-shirt all cocky, and it's a picture of her slapping Krishan, and Blueface picks her.
Did you see the one? There's one pop the blue and the blue on it, and there's this one girl that walks in, and he looks her up and down, and he goes, "I can't choose you. You look like my son." And he was talking about Krishan.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's so messed up.
That is fucked up.
Do you know if I was that girl and if he told me I look like Krishan, like the baby Krishan, I would have fucking cried.
When he said, "You look like my son, Krishan."
Yes.
Oh damn.
That was the only time I've ever heard him claim Krishan. Ever.
And what they said? What'd she say?
Everyone literally said that was messed up. And he said, "Nah, go home. I can't choose you."
Wow, mean.
Yeah, straight rejected her.
God,
And then I think she came back another time and she was like, "I was the one you said I look like your son." And he was like, "Oh, right, get out of here."
like, so weird. Why would you go back?
Right.
Golly.
I was talking
Sam
to
even
somebody.
still here?
Is Sam? I don't know.
I don't know.
But the thing I love about Blueface is that as much as he treats these girls like crap, he's gonna tell y'all the truth. He ain't gonna lie to you about it.
Right, exactly. Well, and that's just the thing. Like, I don't like he's entertainment. Really, it's because these girls, like, girl, y'all is crazy as hell. But I don't like Blueface. Like, I don't like him. I don't like his person. I don't like his personality. I don't like him. He is one of those guys that walk around with their nose up and think that because they have a third leg that they are superior to women, and that all women, because you're a woman, like he was telling Krishan, "You're a woman. The fuck I look like? You're nothing. You're nobody. You're just a girl." What do you mean by that, dude? You're just a girl. Like women, per the Bible, were literally made because it was not good for y'all to be alone. Like God made one man for a man, like as a gift and a necessity, and somehow y'all forget that. Like y'all end up hating the very thing that was created for you, so you could have a companion.
I think it's because he's really DL.
Exactly, it is that. But I'm just saying, like the superiority because you have a third leg. Like that's insane to me. Like you wouldn't even exist healthy if you didn't have the companion. Like y'all wouldn't be around. It would have stopped with the men because you can't, reproduce with them. So like miss me with it. Just because you're a man. But I can't stand men like that. Like you're not husband material. No wife is ever wife material. And if she is, it's because she lets you dog her. She would never be allowed to have any opinion. She's not allowed to, run anything. She don't run shit. She don't. But who wants to be a wife to that? Like, respectfully, wife does run shit. Like, you don't, I can't stand men like that. Like, but look who his mother is. A single mother. Okay, so. And
Women might not run shit, but they keep shit running.
Exactly. Like, when I say they run shit as in, like, your wife, like, it's like a ha-ha. Nobody's really meaning that your wife's gonna hurt you, whatever, but, like, wife is the boss, happy wife, happy life. Like, oh, my wife would kill me if I did it. That's not literal, but it's the respectful. Like, they mean that respectfully. Like, no, my wife, no, we're not doing that. My wife would be upset. And it's okay to allow that.
Yeah.
because it's your woman.
All my uncles are that way. Like, if you ask them who wears the pants, they're gonna go, my wife. Go ask her.
Exactly. And that should be that way, because at the end of the day, his whole life is probably revolved around that wife.
Mm-hmm.
And sure, he can go get another wife, maybe, but it's not just the wife that he's hurting or changing. Like, the entire family is affected.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I don't get men who are just like, ugh, you're a woman. Who are you? But I'll fuck you though.
The only person that's supposed to come over your wife is your kids.
Exactly.
Nope, not even in the Bible.
Not
It
even
says
that. Yeah, in the Bible it says it's supposed to be your wife, because you can remake children. You can make more children.
Yeah, but I will say in my household and in my family, that's been a constant fight because my stepdad was raised Jehovah's Witness, and he's always said that. But my mom's like, no, sorry. If I have to choose between you or my kids, I'm choosing my kids.
Exactly. I'm choosing my kids. I'm just saying what the Bible says.
Yeah.
I can't argue. You know, the Bible says to do different, but
if
I mean,
you're married
also
to the right
Bible was
person,
written. Right,
then
exactly.
he's
And I
going to
think the
take care of your
Bible,
children too, you know?
Yeah.
exactly. But I also, the Bible was written over time that were very, 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 very long ago. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So like, there's just, people see things differently now, and of course, like, if it's like they have a gun to someone's head and it's your husband or your children,
Yeah.
no mother is going to be like, yeah, unalive my kids. You know, like,
No, my husband would grab the trigger and put it on himself.
exactly. Like, no, you know, exactly. Like, or the mother would be like, take me. Yeah. Like, there's nobody's speaking in literal sense, but what they're saying is basically, you know, like, you can't reproduce, you can't make more, you're effectively clipped at that. If like your husband, because you're only supposed to have one spouse, you know, you're only supposed to have one husband forever. So like, in the way they see it, it's like, no, you can't. If you unalive the husband, then you're done. There's nothing left. And that's, you know, I would never, like, I'm gonna pick my children, but I understand what they say. It's the same thing like with, would you pick your job over your kids and your family? If you don't pick your job, you would not be able to provide for said family. So yes, you have to, quite essentially, you have to take your job before your family. If your family's like, oh, you're working, da da da, but you're the sole provider, they can deal with how upset it is. If you lose your job, you lose everything, and now they're homeless and hungry and ain't got nothing and blah blah blah. Plus, but you might be around more, or you might be around less because you're trying to get more money. Like, it's
On a forever camping trip.
exactly. Like, you have to be responsible. When, you know, if a car is sinking in water and it's you and your kids, you have older kids and little kids, you might want to get the little kid out first. That's not reasonable or feasible. You have to get the bigger kid out first so that you can give the little kid to the bigger kid, because what's the little kid gonna do? Like, you have to think why, like, it's very easy to say, you know, of course I'd pick this, I'd pick that, but when you actually are making like a decision for strategy, it's not wise to pick that way. Oh my god. You scared the fucking shit out of me.
What was that?
Did y'all not hear my
I heard
fucking
it
cat?
loud.
Dude, my cat jumped onto this. You have a little sit thing that you can sit on. It's on the floor and you turn it and it spins you. It's a little like sit and spin for kids. She jumped on it and it landed and it did that loud. My heart is beating out of my chest. Exactly, Lansden. Jules, what I mean, so you say, hell no, life is too short to choose your job. Your life will be shorter if you don't. That's what I mean. Your life ain't gonna be shit if you have no job. You enjoy your life in the things your kids have and because you are providing for them. If you choose them, then you choose throwing away everything that supports and takes care of them. Yes, and that's true, Lionsden. Sometimes they need to be protected from their own parents. Like, let's just say Ryan's story is real off the face value. That mother of that little boy, what is wrong with you? Miserably.
Yeah. Because, like, that's kind of been my side on this. Like, yes, Ryan's disgusting for it, don't get me wrong, but also, for me, it takes two to tango. That lady was wrong for that, too.
Taking a shower with me, Allie.
Okay.
Don't sound so excited.
Another thing that I was thinking about earlier is I'm wondering if back whenever this incident happened, whenever he was 20 or whatever, I want to know what he looked like. I want to know if he was always that big, because he was talking about, he was talking, there was a clip in the live where he was talking about Gypsy not being attracted to him in the beginning, and he was saying that everybody was telling Gypsy that he was fat and stuff, and that she believed it. Well, you
I think he looked very similar to how he looked in those pictures with her in prison. No, probably not too far off.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say. So when he was like 20, whenever that incident happened, was he still 400 pounds?
I'm sure we could find a picture somewhere or something.
Because that's the thing that I'm trying to work out in my brain is how did you have this kid in your lap or whatever, and then you also had this girl in your lap, but the kid didn't see. I mean, I know your lap is like a
Kids
table.
are too curious.
Right.
Kids are so curious. They're going to want to know what's going on, if something's going on around them. They're not, especially if they're able to read. He said he was letting them read.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Just in case she doesn't come back in time. Good night, everybody.
Right.
I know we still got some time, but still. Picture at Jules.
Yeah, we need to see that picture.
And it's so disgusting. It makes me like vomit. Oh yay, she's back.
Yeah, no, I got a notification on Insta from Kenan, but when I went to check, there's nothing, so I don't fucking know.
Maybe he accidentally liked something and then took it away.
I don't know.
He was creeping.
Or
They got caught.
This is what's fucking weird. Okay, maybe we watch too much true crime, but I just got done saying nobody's heard from him, and now all of a sudden, his Insta of all things, you know what I mean? Like, and like,
that's the only thing that he's active on too.
well, I don't know, but what I'm saying is, like, I haven't heard from him. Nobody's heard from him. Now, when I talked to my mom last, she had heard from him, but it had been a few days, like, that she had heard from him. So I asked my siblings yesterday, and they didn't hear from him. So, like, now I'm like, nobody's really heard from him. And I tried to call my mom today, but she didn't answer. So I'm going to call her again today, or yesterday. And I'm forgetting it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. So today I'm going to call her again. And hopefully I'll talk to her. But what's weird is I haven't heard from you. And then as soon as I say that, though, it's on Insta. And, like, obviously whatever it was, it got deleted real fast. So who's lurking?
Right.
That's what I'm saying, Amy. Like, that's the only thing that she's been active on. So that wouldn't be a shocker if she has access to his login.
Well, exactly. And his picture is still hypocrite. And if it is hypocrite. In front of the fucking classroom, ma'am. Front of the classroom. Because the first question I want answered is, why the fuck did you send pictures of Aurora to him? Knowing everything he's told you, why in the fuck did you send pictures of Aurora to him? I don't give a fuck about the DD, all of that shit aside. Personally, that's my niece. So, why did you do that? Address that first. Like, your old shit that you've already been in prison for, like, we can talk about it, cool, but, like, we can't do shit about it for you. Like, you can't, there's no more consequences, you can pay for it. But this new shit that you're doing, like sending pictures to known P3DOs, you can answer to that type of shit. Wait, what? Jules, what did you say? There's a picture of him in his younger days. Who?
Ryan. And we already asked her where the picture was.
Okay. And what are you saying not necessarily, though? Respectfully. Yeah, Lions. And he asked her twice, too. He's like, the first time, he's like, okay, so let's say they're watching Barney. Bitch, first off, nobody watches Barney anymore. Okay, they might. My kid ain't into it. But, that aside. Like, you literally asked her twice. She said no, and you're like, okay, so, like, they can't see it, though. No! And again, nobody is saying shit. Nobody is, oh, they're just saying this. They want to twist this. They wanted to. No, sir. That's what you fucking said. Nobody's hearing to, nobody's making it up. Those were your fucking words. That's how you told the story. And then when you got your ass yelled at, allegedly, I don't know, I haven't heard that part of the phone call, but then you switched it up. Oh, why are you even trying to make it seem like that? That's what y'all all do when you get caught up. You always get angry and try to explain it away by, it ain't even like that. And I can't believe you're trying to make it sound like that. You are literally classic P3DO reacting right now. And then to get on live, talk about guilty people don't run. You are guilty as fucking sin. You just want that money, that attention that you're still getting, unbeknownst to me. Why? But that's why you're crying. Because I ain't seen you cry for Gypsy in a minute. And you're going to start shedding some tears. Because, oh, Gypsy was great. Gypsy. Are you sure? Because she didn't seem that great to you. Like, I think you're crying. Because the first fucking thing you said before you started crying was maybe Team Ryan is dead. And that's what people want. Yes. Now that's what people want for sure. Like, that's, newsflash. Just like Hypocrite needed the newsflash. Like, hey, people aren't cool with murderers. People ain't about to, like that shit and whatever. Hey, Ryan, people ain't cool with P3DOs. Nobody's gonna like that shit. This is the reaction you should have expected.
And I hate to take it to an even, darker way, but is it possible that he's realizing, Gypsy doesn't have or with her anymore, and the chance of if she was to come back, I don't know. Because I feel like he always had that hope she was going to come back to him,
Yeah, no, she's not. Ryan, she's not coming back. She's not. And now it's really not going to happen, at least with Aurora. You definitely not going to have Aurora. You will never have that baby.
Thank God.
Like, Ryan, you want Aurora around so bad so you could do something to her. Because you hate Kennen that much and you're sick. It will just get you just so happy to do something to her because that's Kinn's baby. Like I said, oof, I can see it, I can smell it. You're possessive over her because you've got evil intentions. You're weird. And it would be over Kinn's dead body and then my dead body. Quite literally might just be yours. Like, that's how desperate it would be. Okay, the court somehow make it to where, then fine, we'll unalive you. Yeah, like, I don't understand. I don't understand it. And him crying, maybe Gypsy really said something during the day, like, oh my God. Like, maybe he's just now accepting, like, it's really over. Like, maybe Gypocrit's done talking to him, too. And stringing him along. And he's gonna play heartbroken at first. To maybe he thinks it'll get some sympathy from her. And she might start. But as soon as he realizes she's really done, he'll start spilling the beans on her.
Yeah, since she didn't call him after she's been alone and had the chance to, and he's realizing that she hasn't. But Ken hasn't been there preventing her from that at all.
You know, I know that in the heat of anger, whatever, I've said things about my brother that was none of nobody's business on here. And I apologized for that. I love my brother with all my heart. But this shit is like I want to be so angry. Like, okay, yeah, I know. Okay, I did what I did. But what I did, like, all of these calls would have still came out. All of this shit would have still came out. Like, this ain't me. And I'm mad. Like, you told me that she had a story, bro. You told me not, just listen to her story. Give her a chance. And she told your ass years before why she murdered her mother. And it wasn't the story. So why play me like that? Why make us accept a murderer by lying to us about her? Yes, he is a protective dad. And yeah, Lansden, I knew about that already. Well, I haven't heard it, but that's been talked about even offline, like between the family, because she did. She called him because she wanted him to say no, and she told him that. But he's like, do what you want to do. Like, I'm not gonna, like, you do what you want to do. And so she married Ryan. That's what you wanted to do. And then try to throw it in Ken's face. Well, you didn't tell me no. Bitch. He told you to do what you wanted to do. How is it his fault you wanted to marry Ryan?
She still wanted somebody to tell her what to do, just like her mom did.
Well, yeah, apparently she wants dom sub relationships, but to be in normal, like, actual relationships with other people, and then just have her dom on the side. And Robert was like, nah, bitch, we're not gonna have just a dom sub relationship. Like, we're gonna be in a relationship too. And she wasn't trying to have that. She was just trying to have a dom sub. Girl, bye. She literally wants her cake and to eat it too in every scenario. Yeah, well, all about content. I believe that's in the works. At least I hope so. Like, at least I hope so. And my brother better fucking know. I don't care what's going on online here. If it needs to come down to, like, fuck the legal court system, okay? Like, it needs to come down to, you're not fucking taking her, he can call me. Like, it's not, I'm ready for war behind that. I don't give a fuck. Like, they can say, oh, it's illegal. No, it's not. Until there's court papers that establish custody, him taking that baby and leaving ain't fucking illegal. Fuck out of here. He's just gonna have to uproot his whole life when he does.
Right, Winston, me too.
Yes, me too.
I hope that's what he's been quiet for. I hope he's been quiet because he's trying to work something legal out.
Yeah. Well, I get why he's angry, you know. It's long. It's not the gypsy thing. Like, that's so, like, he could give a fuck less. We've already discussed that. A week, 2 weeks after it happened, like, we've already discussed that. It's just because the shit continued and shit was done, and I retaliated, and then he fucking said shit after we made a truce, and so I said some shit, and it's just gone to what it was. But of course, that's what she wanted.
Of course, that's what she wanted, and she didn't care. She didn't care what it did to yours and Ken's relationship, or what it did to you guys as people.
Right, exactly. According to her, we didn't have a relationship. We don't have a relationship because what? You think that, any amount of time, which, by the way, it was not fucking years. It's been not even a year. But regardless, before that, the few years that it was, we talked regularly. We text regularly. And, bitch, I forgot you did a whole 8.5 fucking years in prison. Okay, and talking to motherfuckers, and you were still just close to them, right? So miss me with the, because you didn't see that, like, bitch. For one, again, it's not even been a year. Before that, it was not 6 fucking years. Like, it just pisses me the fuck off. And, again, I have, like, texts from Kenan just randomly texting me, I miss you, I love you, little sis, you're always gonna be my sis. Just random text from my brother,
And
But
I just want to point out what Lyons then said. Ken never seemed interested in all this. I disagree with that just because in Life After Lockup, he sat down and smiled for the cameras. He seemed all into it then.
exactly.
And we know there was a money offer behind that, too, so.
Yeah. So I'm just, the money thing now, of course, that reason has become mute compared to, Aurora and other shit now, but it could have started a certain way. And, like, I can give that, but Kenan just, he shouldn't have to deal with this. Like I told him back in March, you shouldn't have to sleep with the pew pew. You shouldn't have to fucking protect Aurora that way. Like, I know you will protect her, but you shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
This is not even directly you, Kenan. I very rarely see you online. Like, it was to come after me, motherfucker. Like, you're very rarely online compared to how much she's online. Like, she's doing content and videos and shit like that. Like, you're doing lives. Like,
and honestly, it seemed like he was kind of dogging her when he was on there in a way sometimes, most of the time.
Exactly. So it's like, it's just two different things. Kenan should not have, none of us should have to pay because Gypsy will not get the fuck off the fucking camera. Like, girl, you've been recording your stuff your whole life. Give it a fucking break. You're conceited. You're vain. God does not like ugly.
Data centers are popping up is because of her.
Exactly. Like, God does not like ugly. Being vain is not good. That's probably why you're paying for shit. Like, that's why your life is the way it is. You can't find peace because you're vain as fuck. It's like the fucking chick who couldn't stop looking at herself in the mirror and then gets in a car accident and burns 90% of her face. Like, don't be that way. Yeah, well, I think we all do. All about content. Yeah, I don't see him having any problem moving on to a quiet life. Like, he's lived quiet lives. Like, even when he and Gypsy broke up while she was in prison, Ken was quiet. He was living his own life. Like, the hypocrite, on the other hand, is not. And, like, it's like Kenan can say he doesn't want to get involved. And she will do something to where it's like makes him have to get involved. Like, she
Like, he
makes him
needs to
have to come on.
document all of that because that could be used for court to have like some type of a restraining order or like a way that he can get away from her without her having to know anything.
Right. I'm just saying, like, with how she did me and how he turned, because that first night, like with the whole morbid panel and all that, he kept saying that she had texted me telling me, it wasn't true, that wasn't true. And I was like, Kenan, she only did that after I posted the fucking video. And he's like, no, she didn't. I have the text message right here. She said she texted you yesterday. And I was like, Kenan, I will go in and fucking screen record it. She's fucking lying to you. If she said that she texted me yesterday and told me that, she's lying to you. I went in and screen recorded and showed him how I asked her, the day, it was Thursday, the day I posted that video was Friday. So yesterday, how she flat fucking ignored me and how she ignored me Sunday all the way up until Thursday when she first said something about how posting the videos, whatever, are going to bother her because I made a video saying I was going to start telling the truth. I was going to tell the truth about that headboard thing. I was going to tell it to somebody. I didn't know who I was going to talk to, but I was going to talk to somebody. That's what I said in my video. Now all of a sudden, yeah, it bothers me. And I confronted her saying, nah, bitch, it's not fake. You can lie to TikTok, but you ain't gotta lie to me. And she ignored me until 12 minutes after I posted that video on Friday saying it happened. Now all of a sudden, it's fake, it's this. But she lied to Kenan saying that she said that Thursday. No, you didn't. She said that after I posted the video. Like, he knows that she has done shit to try and pin against each other. He told her to stay the fuck off of it, to stop. And she's under Fancy's comments talking about how I never met Aurora. Bitch, that's a lie. And why are you still trying to push? Like, why are you so hung up on this? She never met Aurora. Bitch, what happened to the video thing isn't real. Why are you trying to, like, turn it to and make it where it's against me? Bitch, I'm not lying, for one. And for two, this is about you, honey. Like, you don't just, and then listening to how she did with my mom with Kenan, like telling him twice, I've heard already, where she's throwing shade at my mom. The one where she went to visit her, and then the other one where she's telling him that my mom said that her mother was fine, that she was going to be around for a few days, like she wasn't sick. And he's like, my mom said that. And she's like, well, yeah. And he's like, my mom's a crazy person and an alcoholic. And she just laughed.
You hear the one
She
where he
liked
told
that.
about him relapsing too, or whatever, or lied about it. I'm not sure if it was true or not, but
Exactly. Like, it's just that she likes putting that distance. There's a reason why she wants
isolating.
you there and wants. She's off parole. Why won't she fucking move? Y'all don't even live near her family, but you're in her state, and that's what they need. There's a reason, Kenan. Open your fucking eyeballs.
Yeah.
Like, she can't have that good a punani.
All those kegels.
I'm just saying, regardless, like Eagles. Like, bro, at some point, like, it's got to be, like, not even wanted. You don't even want it because of everything it comes with. And, bro, if her mama's haunting her, motherfucker, she haunting you too then, just because you around her.
Ghosts don't discriminate.
Exactly. Like, I'm not trying. If we live in the same house and you being haunted by a ghost, that means I'm in the same house you being haunted by. Like, hell to the no. He's like, I'm so good. I would take Aurora and leave. Like, you don't owe her. Like, you've given her enough understanding. You've loved her. You've tried to love her long enough. You've given her the chance to make her own choices. She chose Ryan. You reconnected with her and you gave her the chance, you know, to have y'all's life. And she has done so many things to fuck it over. She does not give a fuck. And she told you that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hop off here because I need to get some sleep. I've got church in the morning, and it's literally already almost 6.
Alright.
But I'm so glad that you went live, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow or today.
Yep.
Oh,
Alright.
you're my love.
Bye.
Bye. What am I looking at? Oh, girl, that Weldon chick.
Yeah, I see her.
It looks like okay. Is it a wolf? Okay, a wolf and a person. I can see it. I'm like looking at the picture and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because I knew I could see legs and I knew I could see like a bikini top, but okay, that was crazy.
To me, it looks like a girl in like a squatting position almost, with a wolf around her.
Yeah, it's like to me, it looks like a girl, like yeah, like her knees are up to her chest or whatever, and the wolf is like she's sitting into the stomach of the wolf, basically.
Something
Oh, you're
like
fine, Amy. Yeah, Ken is actually a very private person, Amy. So like in growing up, so like he stayed in his room a lot. He didn't like wasn't, you know, everybody's friend. Like he had his few friends and stayed with those few friends. You know, like he's never like that's the biggest I've ever seen him as far as attention wise. Like I've ever seen him. I mean, obviously, because he ain't been with infamous people, but still, like I've never. He wasn't like the type to, I don't know, do anything really. Now, right before Hypocrite got out, like with his ex, there was like one of the things that they were battling was he was trying to come out of that, like, and you know, come out of a social shell and like go be more social. And she could not be the least bit interested. Like, she is very much wants to just stay in the yes, you know. And he wanted to make experiences, like he wanted to create whatever, and they did. But it's just that was one of their battles. Maybe he just got older and realized like he missed a lot of opportunity in life to make experiences, and so he's now trying to. Yeah, well, that video was so fucking amazing. They clipped that audio from the call of Hypocrite telling him, "Yeah, well, my son said they're paying 25,000 an episode, or 25," and he's like, $25, and she's like, "No, 25,000," and then it's him getting the mic on and laughing like I could not. I cackled so hard. Like that is such a funny because she 25K she an episode.
No, and that's what I was pointing out to Lionsden earlier, because like even before, like I remember there was a part in life after lockup before her and Ken got back together, and she was explaining how he broke the back then. She was still speaking the story that he broke up with her, and he broke up with her because he wanted to let her find herself, but also because he wasn't too big on the publicity and he wasn't comfortable with it.
Right.
And so then it was funny that after she got out of prison and she's got the most publicity on her, he was all with it, whatever. Like, because it was like, but I thought that's what you were scared of. I thought you didn't want all the publicity, but you're gonna put a mic on for the show? All right.
Oh well. Remember the show. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He was like, so then got trapped like a motherfucker. We are well. How are you, Phyllis? Georgie. You saw bits and clips of it. Just basically him, you know, deflecting. Oh, people saying bad things about me. They're saying there's things that no, sir. Nobody is saying shit or making shit. Those were your words. You told that story.
You're breaking up a little bit, Shorty.
En un momento.
Phil said Foxy showed it.
Huh?
Phil said Foxy showed it. I'm assuming the live, but I don't know who Foxy is.
Yeah, I don't know who Foxy is, but I do know that it just really, really bothers me.
Foxy
whole
True Crime,
hypocrite-
apparently.
Oh, I know who Foxy True Crime is. I know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I do. She posts. I mean, I know her because of the hypocrite stuff. I don't know if she's like, posted other stuff, but. Where are my keys? This is a daily battle for me. Finding my keys. If it's not my glasses, it's my keys. And the worst thing to fucking look for is your glasses, because you can't see. But I can't see to look.
All right, Velma. Have y'all seen my glasses? Where are my glasses?
Oh my god. Whenever I die, somebody better be at my funeral like, her glasses! Where are her glasses? We can't see without her glasses! It's like one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
You gotta be dramatic as fuck too.
I'll do it. I know the movie you're talking about.
Yes, I want it just like she did. Okay, I'm like losing my mind. They're not here. They're not down here. They're not in here. I hate when this happens because realistically, where else could they be? They don't have legs, but my two children do. Hold on, maybe they're in the car. I do tend to do that sometimes. I'll leave my keys entirely in the ignition, like that.
You did.
Don't blame me.
Were they in the car?
Huh?
I said were they in the car.
They're in the car. Yeah, they're in the car. I know. One day that's gonna bite in the ass. Oh, is Sam back? Why y'all keep saying hi, Sam? I haven't seen Sam.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a minute.
I mean, I didn't. I just got my live back, so I can't really say. But I noticed he didn't even say nothing whenever I said something earlier.
It says he's still in here.
I probably have been. No, I've been at like 2 hours, maybe. That's never long for me. We've been known to go all night. Yeah, he good. It shows that he just walked in. But he ain't saying shit. What's up, Sam? Is there an issue? Like 3 something. Are restricted for 3 days because I sang the first few freaking lyrics of the Miss Rachel song, or not Miss Rachel, This Is for Rachel song. And apparently that was harassment and bullying. Like, you know, the woman who shared my snood photos can literally share them online and keep going. Perez can do crazy stuff for 30 minutes. Going, I say nothing and I'm hit.
Well, not that it's any correlation, but Young Lo and his baby mamas or girlfriends or whatever were getting violated because she was cussing. Young Lo literally told her, "Stop cussing, you're gonna get restricted." So, it's definitely targeted at you, but I think they're heavy on it lately.
Okay, sorry. What's up, Sam?
Yeah.
Everything all good? You don't want to come
How
up?
you doing, Sam? Yeah, you know, you can chat. People been weird.
Yeah, Phyllis. I can't believe it either. I can't. Oh, I hate my seatbelt thing. Hold on now.
Yeah, I'm like, I could believe it.
I'm about to Google where this fuse is. Just so I don't have to keep doing that because that's so annoying. Anyways, hold on.
She's in the spaceship, y'all.
Yeah, and I'm in a patchy area. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear
Yeah.
me? Okay. Now, I'm in this little. My bars keep going down. What the fuck?
You can still hear you.
Okay, I'm about to park. I know, just give me a second. Wait. Got a 3-day ban for the lights. Hey, wait, what? You received a 3-day ban?
I think she said for watching, because she said sorry, watching Ryan on Fox's on YT. So I think she was saying she got banned for streaming Ryan's live on Foxy's thing.
Oh, that's lame. Yeah, well, you know what, Phyllis? So I have been banned. I have been restricted so many times. It is ridiculous. I'm working on a video for it because I've been restricted for like age more than once, which is wild to me because I would think you'd only have to verify your age once, but whatever. They immediately take your live down for that. Like, they don't restrict you, they just immediately take it down, and then you have to verify it. And like, it's just fucking inconvenient. But to like be on a panel, whose panel was I on? I think I was on Keisha's panel. I was on somebody's panel, and I confronted Mimi for pretending or going on her husband's TikTok account and pretending to be her husband and asking me if I had an FO account that he could support the day after Sheena leaked my pictures. So I confronted her, and her response though was, I have this clipped from the replay page where you called me, and she starts spelling out this word. It starts with an F, and it's for the LGBTQ. It's an insult to them. And like I was telling Hidden, I think it's funny because she says that, and then right after she says that, Sal's jumps on the panel, and she calls Sal's the B word, but not an I, a U. And as soon as I said it, boom, taken, live restricted. And Mimi literally did not even get banned for saying it. Like, she did not even get hit for telling Sal's or calling Sal's that. But I got hit for saying that she said it. Like, it is so beyond me.
Amy said, but didn't GRB call Ken that in the prison emails?
Call him what?
The F word.
Yeah, exactly. But my point that I'm making is TikTok, like, you can't convince me that it's not targeted or selective. It's not an overall thing because Mimi literally insulted Sal's. And because I was telling Hidden about Mimi insulting Sal's, I get the restriction for it. How is that not targeted? Like, or right after. when I'm telling, I think it was Winebox. I think it was Winebox, where I was explaining how I've gotten banned before, and I was like, I got banned because the one that I owned was I called somebody the F word, right? And I spelled it out, and I got banned. But Mimi didn't get banned when she spelled it out. Like, I don't. It's targeted. It's very fucking targeted. They will literally let a schmurderer on here do whatever. They will let a man come on here starting covered in red stuff and injure himself for 30 minutes before they intervene. But my little words that are not, they're not even being used to somebody. I'm explaining a story that happened, and I'm hit. And from what TikTok told me, or from what I saw in the whatever the generic shit they send you on your appeals, was they hold, like, if you have a certain following account, then whether you make content or not, they consider you, like, we're all creators technically, but once you're over a certain following account, they hold you to higher standards. She has way more of a following count. Mimi has way more of a following count than I do, so miss me with the higher standards. That's what I've been for, that literally just repeating what somebody said, and I was hit. And not even like repeat, like telling how they said it. I'm just telling the story. We're trying, Phyllis. I'm not really okay. I'm pretty pissed off hearing the Ryan stuff, and then just knowing that she sent pictures of Aurora to Ryan. That's been one tough thing to swallow. How long was your ban? And you didn't like appeal it?
Phil said I got a ban for calling Ryan and her two.
That's why I'm asking her if she appealed it, because, like, I want to know what they said if they didn't approve it. Oh, see, okay, you should have appealed it. So there have been bans that they banned me and I appealed and I won them. I haven't lost every single appeal, but if you don't, then I mean, you lose everyone you don't go for. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't do anything. Like, if you appeal it and they don't approve it, it doesn't change anything. You still get, this, like, it doesn't give you a harder restriction or whatever. It's just. But I wonder, like, are you very vocal about Gypocrit? Like, they must know who you are. Because, yes, I think, I was telling Allie, I think Gypocrit has a TikTok connect. Like, the actual, like, TikTok, because there's just no way. Like, there's no way that I'm getting hit as many times as I am. And, like, appealed it. The appeal was not approved. I submitted a ticket so that it could go further into TikTok. Like, I don't get why this is not, I'm singing a song that is viral all over your platform. How is it content violations? That is beyond me. And so the TikTok submitted the appeal again, and 3 minutes later denied, appeal not approved. That is targeted. That is like automatic. Did you even have time to read it? Did you even play the clip? Or did you just automatically not approve it because it was me? The fact that TikTok resubmitted the appeal tells me it was not supposed to be taken. Like, it was supposed to be an appealed or an approved appeal, because it wasn't against the violation. All I was saying was the very first, like, sentence of "this is for Rachel," and said, "You F in the for big people, the F word, and then the nasty." Yeah, I said that. And I was like, yeah, that's for that's for Ryan. You like, and I said, like, you are for if you don't like, different races, and the P word for the same thing. Because I don't know if that, I got banned, so I can't say those words. But that's literally what I said. Boom, hit. and not approved twice. And that R and P word technically are protected words. Those are not insults. We should be allowed to say them. Yes, you can see who views your profile. It'll tell you. Like whenever
Well,
someone views it, it should just pop up in your notifications.
I think Amy was asking you that particularly because you're a bigger account. So I think she thought maybe they took that feature away for you once you got bigger.
No, I mean, I guess, I mean, I guess so. I haven't really seen, but that would be like so far down in my notifications. So,
Yeah, but I think that's why she's asking because you're a bigger account.
yeah.
So
Yeah, they do. Amy, I mean, at least I assume they do because the only words I said were this is for Rachel, U-F-N, and then I was like, yes, it's like that's for him. U-N or U-R-P, and then boom, I was hit. And when I appealed it, I said I was singing a viral song that's viral all over your platform. It can't be a content violation when it's literally content all over your platform. And appeal was not approved. And so then when I submitted the ticket, I put in there a clip of the first video when you type in the "This is for Rachel" song, the first video on their platform, sent it to him and showed him like, this is all over your platform. And I know we're not talking about the R and the P word because those would be protected words, right? Like those like freedom of speech is a fucking thing, and there are protected words, and you can't just tell somebody anything they say is bad. That they're getting restricted, they're getting punished and violated for saying something. Like, no, it wasn't harassment, it wasn't bullying. And 3 minutes, like 3 minutes, they denied it. And TikTok submitted that appeal, not me. Like, it's just some bullshit. And I've reached out to legal, so I'll be working with legal TikTok to figure this out because whoever it is, your job is gone as soon as I figure it out. As soon as they do this little investigation and figure out who's been denying my appeals and blah, 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 you are good as gone, dude. Or chick, whoever you are. Deuces. People like you don't deserve to have the jobs that you have. Well, Amy, it depends on who you are, though. And that would be grounds for a lawsuit. TikTok cannot infringe on our rights. So TikTok can't tell us we don't have the freedom of speech here unless they want a lawsuit. And they're obviously targeting, but just me, I'm not a class action lawsuit. It would take multiple creators that they keep doing this to come together and go after them. Yes, it's absolutely a class action lawsuit. There's way too many creators that they do it to. Just them saying you having a higher following, you get held to different standards. You have different rules. That's not fair and equal to everybody. AI. Exactly. Literally a nobody. Like, there are like so many people on here that like, who am I? That's why I say it's fucking targeted. It has to be, because come on now, TikTok. Like, you literally let somebody share my noodle photos and give fake commentary and fake story and degrade me and embarrass and humiliate me, and never took their live down when I'm literally sitting there, report, and as soon as I hit submit reports, I'm literally submitting just report as fast as I possibly can, and it never got taken down. But let me say a fucking word that somebody else said, you taking my shit down. Like, for a nobody, that seems pretty fucking targeted, like I'm somebody. Well, I am taking it to court, Phyllis. But it's just me. Like to get more money, to get a class action lawsuit, it takes more people to just band together. Like effectively, like just me, like I don't see a lawyer being able to like get as much, and so they might not find it worth it because going to court is very expensive. So they have to look at it like how much money is it going to cost to go to court, and then all that paid, you know, how much is he going to walk out with, and then how much am I going to walk out with, and if they feel like it's worth it. So, but if I have a bunch of people that band together and go to a lawyer and say, hey, TikTok is doing this, this, and that, we might have a chance. And then Phyllis, the whole noodle things that it's reported. It just like when you don't press charges on anybody. You call the police and you make a report, and then they either press charges or they hand it over to a detective, and then the investigators they press charges. So it's just in the investigation or investigative process right now. But absolutely, file charges or filed for charges to be filed. And once that's done, the civil route is where we're taking it next. Aaron, I can't tell what you're on right now, but if you're on any type of shade, you can kick rocks. Because obviously you hear, if I'm a nobody, then go. Deuces.
If he keeps on, I'll block him.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, y'all can't stand that somebody decided to speak out. Like, bitch, y'all talk about Gypsy all the fucking time, and she's literally nobody to y'all. She's family to my niece. She's her mother. It's a little bit personal over here.
I say it every live, and I'll say it again. Y'all need to remember, at the end of the day, this is Autumn's real life, real family, real shit. It's tea for the rest of y'all. It's drama for the rest of y'all. It's something to kiki for the rest of y'all. But it's her family and shit.
Exactly. Like, and imagine a whole bunch of fucking strangers telling you, you can't talk. Who are you? You can't talk about your brother. You can't talk about your niece or your niece's mother. Who are you? You're a fucking stranger, respectfully. Kick rocks. Who are you?
And that's like we were saying earlier, when with everybody acting like Gypsy's famous, and like not everybody in the world knows who Gypsy is. She's not that.
Alley cat, hold on. Phyllis, Gyp shit is very easily found. She's on Instagram getting lip injections and K-tips and shit like that. She just today posted a update on her lopsided lips because there's still bruising and she's everywhere to be found. Kennan's quiet.
Right. But no, it's funny that everyone acts as if Gypsy's famous and like she's like Paris Hilton or something. No, not everybody knows her like that.
Exactly.
It's just this weird corner in the internet that cares for her, really.
Exactly. Like she tried by, getting close up to Rob Kardashian, and she's like, girl, bye, he was never gonna want you.
Never.
Never. That was never gonna happen. His mother would have never allowed it.
Well, and that's not Rob's type.
Exactly. And it's not, and like, let's be real, there's a reason why the Kardashians did not continue to fuck with you.
Yeah, and like all the Kardashians have a very particular type. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And yeah, Phyllis, no, she's not on here anymore. I mean, she's deactivated her account, but it's not deleted. So she's still technically on here, but she's deactivated. She's only on Insta. Which she said she was going to do that because that's more her crowd. It's not as much drama on TikTok or on Instagram, which I think then we should bring the drama to TikTok or to Instagram then. If that's what ran her off TikTok, then run her off Instagram and run her off every fucking social platform.
And Amy, that's what I was trying to say. She said Gypsy is nothing like Paris Hilton. Everyone acts as if she's that type of famous, and she ain't.
Boho babes, Ash Too Trippy is not to be trusted. No disrespect or shade to her, but I commented on that video and told her none of that shit was true. And I don't want to say that, you know, she's lying about it being told to her, but if that's what was told to her, then she was lied to. And she could feel free to call me or talk to me about anything, because I've met the ex more than once. I'm very, very familiar with her. And again, the story that I say, she's like, oh, she said, don't tell the family that we're together, whatever. Why would she travel from Seattle to Texas with a roommate? Like, get real. Like, no, they were together. They were very much together, and for a while. So, you know, like, that story, and his ex is not like that. Like, she left Kenan when she found out about Gypocrit. She didn't come to the internet and say she was the ex and Gypocrit tried to have her docs. Luckily, nobody did it. Like, she's not snarky and vindictive or any. She doesn't even talk like how Ash Too Trippy was saying. Like, that girl does not do rugs. Her and Kenan were not using rugs. None of that was true. Like, he was sober in Seattle. So, like, I don't get, like, not the girl I know. So if she was told that, she was lied to. And she might have proof that girl told her that, but that's not. If I'd like to hear the voice, because I know that girl's voice. So if I can hear her voice say it, then I can at least confirm to Ash Too Trippy that is in fact the ex. She doesn't have to post it on here. She can contact me privately. I've met the ex. I'm Kenan's sister, so she shouldn't be worried about me hearing the clip. And I can tell her if it's real or not.
Amy said, why was Ken involved with Gypsy the whole time in prison?
Look, Gypsy, I don't know why he started the initiation or whatever, but I know that he really did think like she had a story. He really did think, you know, that her story was that she was abused and it was real. And, you know, a lot of us did. And remember, like, the whole when he told, like, that's why I say I can't hold Kenan as, like, I have to hold him more responsible now, because I heard her tell Kenan, you know, why she was sitting in prison, and then she made it perfectly clear, blah blah blah. So you knew then why she did it, and you still got with her. But nothing about the PD3 and none of that came out until Aurora was already born. So girl, exactly. Oh, don't trust Ken's sister, but trust me. Girl, bye. Boho, yes, they are. Wait, so she, in fact, was his ex-girlfriend for years? She was his girlfriend for years. Ew. She looked like her co-defendant in her interrogation. Like, there was nothing cute. Like, girl, you literally look like you're a co-defendant. What are you talking about? No, I have not talked to Ken. My mom has kind of kept me in the loop, but I tried to call my mom earlier or last night and I didn't get her to answer, so I'm going to try to call her again today just to see if she's heard from Kenan, because nobody has. But what's weird is I was just saying this earlier on my live, and all of a sudden I had an Instagram notification from Kenan, and when I went to it, it was gone. I don't even know what kind of notification. I don't know if it was a heart, a like, a message. I don't know. It was gone. So yes, they did look alike. I'm telling you. Yeah, but I'm not going to worry yet, because I also know that they're split. And I know where, I mean, he has Aurora. And so I'm sure with him working and, you know, taking care of her, I don't know if Hypocrite is involved with that. So if he's by himself, like, he probably just hasn't been on. Or he's doing what everybody's saying they should do, and he's staying the fuck off the internet now. Yeah, boho. That's an uphill battle. I mean, come on now. We can't even convince everybody that Hypocrite is lying. You know, people still think she's telling the truth. You know, like, people are gonna believe what they want to believe. Even with releasing all my live, like, clips from the call with my mother, where she's literally talking about the whole thing. We had a whole conversation about it. Oh, but it's lying, because they just want me to post that video. They think I need that much, like, vindication, and I don't. Yeah, like, I've done enough. Like, I got my call with my mom because Kenan did a recording, an obviously scripted recording. So I matched, and I had a phone call with my mother, and that's it. I've said I'm not going to post that video, because it's, look what happened with the blanket video. There's literally people that made videos of them crossing their own eyes and like, just trying to look like Gypsy and bullying her with just by her looks, and making reenactments. That's not fucking funny, and that's not fucking cute to me. We're adults. That's a psychopathic episode, and she's a murderer, and she's convicted. That shouldn't be laughable when you see something like that. So no, I'm not going to give the video for people to do that again. Like, that was not cool. I didn't like seeing that. Yeah, well, hopefully they do go. Well, at least Kenan. Hopefully he will. Amethyst, all the calls are being released from her being in prison. And if you didn't know that, you're about to go down a deep rabbit hole. It is a lot. Like, I think whoever made that request dropped the ball. They released all of these, one, without listening to them, I would believe. And two, you released them all at the same time. Like, girl or boy, you could have kept these for years. You had released a little bit at a time. I definitely think they should have listened to them before they released them too. Because some of these things, unfortunately, are just not our business. Like, entertainment, sure. But we should not have to hear Ryan get off and finish. That was not for TikTok. Nobody needed to hear that. Yes, like, that's why I said, boho, like, ain't no way that you gonna try and convince me that kid that was in the room that you were reading a book that y'all were laying head to head to, like, you gonna convince me, oh, he didn't know? You loud as fuck. Yes, he did know. Then you said, oh, you had him read while you got into it. Nah. Nah. Oh, yeah. Well, Lulu, if you haven't heard the calls, Ryan's a P3DO. And Gypsy asks him, is there anything that he would want her to do that his ex did? And he goes on to ask her, would she be willing to have intercourse with him while their kids are in the room, but they can't see it? And she goes, no, I wouldn't go there. Or he's like, you wouldn't go there. And she's like, no, I wouldn't go there. And he's like, okay, so like, let's say they're in the front, and then in the front of the room, and they're watching Barney. You and like, let's say you're under a blanket, so they can't see it. You wouldn't like take me off. No. And then I think she asked, did this happen? Or I think she asked him, has this happened? And he said yes. And she's like, oh my God, that's horrible. And basically makes him tell her the story of what, like, of this. And he's like, well, it was really weird. And I told her we're never doing that again, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. And my thing is, Ryan, this all started because she asked you if there was anything that you would want her to do that your ex did. So why would you answer that with something that was weird that you said you would never do again? You're a liar. Oh, absolutely, Amethyst. Well, it's me. I don't know because I haven't talked to him, but I would like to know too. And if he doesn't know, I mean, he's got to know. I sent him the clip, so he's got to know. And like I said, maybe that's why he's being quiet. But that's why I'm more pissed. Like, I don't give a fuck. Okay, you married him. Cool. But you really sent pictures of my niece to this man, knowing that he was a P3DO. Oh my gosh. Yes, and these mints, if you can't tell, they're like not the soft ones for some reason. I got a bag, but I'm not gonna eat anymore. Such a bad habit. The Lifesavers, Winto or Minto Green, or Winto Green. Don't get me started. I swear, there's something addictive in them. Yeah, see, I just gotta see. I mean, once he like responds, then I know. Well, okay, so Boho, I know he has to take the responsibility, but she literally did get pregnant the very first fucking time. And then lied. And conveniently left out the whole missing the birth control until after they had sex. You're welcome, Boho. Hey, look, boho, babe, that ain't for me. I don't even need the mental image. Okay? Kennan's my brother. Where he inserts himself is where he inserts himself. That's his business. Now, what came from that's my business. My niece, I don't give a fuck. That's my business. Because I know damn well, if I was on the same type of time that he was on, they would be doing the same fucking shit to me. If I went and got with like Christopher Watts or somebody who's gonna come home, my family would look at me so fucking backwards. They would be worried about my kids, and as they should. So it's not surprised, like it's, nobody's brought a murderer home. Nobody's brought, a sick person, or nobody's had to worry. Kenan, you were the first one to do it.
Girl, if you brought Chris Watts home, I'd be worried about you.
Well, I'm just saying, like, like people are like, oh my God, you're never worried. That's because my sisters, because my other brother doesn't have children. My sisters, respectfully, never got with the man that made me have to worry about them. So those reactions didn't come. But Kenan, you did. And you had, and like, the actions didn't come until after shit. It wasn't even her crime. It was her fucking behaviors after. It was the raging episodes. That's where I'm concerned. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I care about the crime, but that's not what worries me for Aurora. Like, what worries me is the behaviors I'm seeing now. So yeah, I'm concerned. And that should not be outrageous. Yes, they are on a split. Ashley, we have been up on live since 3. A little bit after 3, I think. And we've talked about a few things. But is the whole fucking internet, like TikTok, spending their time talking about my brother and Gypsy? My brother and Gypsy. Because, respectfully, strangers, family. Strangers, family. Who really has the right to talk? I think family, not strangers. So. Yeah, Boho, like I said, I don't know his stuff, but I do believe that he had different intentions. And obviously, clearly, Hypocrite can pull the wool over many eyes, because she did it to majority of all of us to begin with. Everybody was pretty much a believer at first. Lulu, because according to her, she can't work a regular job. And so social media is how she supports her child. As if she needs, like, as if Kenan is not literally working his ass off to support that family. And she doesn't need to do the social media. She doesn't need to support Aurora. Like, she just needs to care for Aurora. Kenan is very much a provider, and it provides well enough. So it's just an excuse. No, bitch, you just want to be on social media. That's what it is. You just want the attention. The clout that you blame other people for wanting, bitch, you have. You want that. Exactly. I'm reading the chat, sorry. Nope, she's not, but unfortunately, Amethyst, that's not what she's making, like, that's not what she's telling. So, she's telling this made-up story of being abused. And the medical, by proxy, whatever, and that's that's the story she's telling and profiting off of. The crime, like, she doesn't, like, recently, or at least lately, she hasn't gotten into details about the actual crime. She just talks about her mother and how bad things were. Bitch, bye. Bitch, bye. But well, he did it first. I don't know now. I do know that when those FOIAs came out, because that video about 13-year-old, that didn't come out until Aurora was born. And I know that when that came out, when he came home, he told her to get the fuck out of his face because he didn't even want to look at her. It was really hard. But I've told her, Kinnns not leaving Aurora. Y'all have lost your everlasting mind if you thought Kinnns leaving Aurora, even if that means having to stay with fucking Gypsy. He's not leaving Aurora. I'm sure when he gets the chance or finds whatever way, he will leave with Aurora, but he's never leaving Aurora. Especially after seeing, I mean, how could you leave knowing, like, seeing that video? He's got nowhere to go in that state. You know, like, she has all these families and all these connections and all this shit down there. It would be hard. And she knows that. That was her plan. But, well, was Gypsy going crazy that they're not together? Well, let's see. She's already gotten her hair done. She's getting Botox. She's ignoring the fuck out of the shit. She's on Instagram. So I'd say, yeah, she's spiraling right now. She's not at his house. She's at Rod and Christie's. But Rod and Christie are on a cruise. So she's there alone. Or whoever else is there. Heidi, I mean, the last time I spoke to him, he was still singing that, but there's a whole story behind it. There's really not, though. There's really not. Like, even if Dee Dee was, you know, not letting Gypocrit do something she wanted to do, you cannot sit here and tell me that that is grounds for murder. Or what is wrong with you? You know, I grew up with you. You're my older brother, too. Like, do we need to have a talk? Are we all right? Do we need to go see somebody? Like, you cannot sit here and condone because her mommy wouldn't let her do something that she murdered her and think that that's a story that really explains it all. Absolutely not. I can get the money. You heard $25K an episode? Shit. Okay, I could fake it. $25K an episode. I wouldn't have laid down with nobody, though. Unfortunately, you're a male, though, and sometimes males tend to do things like that because they're not thinking with that head, they're thinking with the other. And unfortunately, the very first fucking time, he was trapped. But I don't think he ever had intentions of staying. I really do think if Aurora was not a thing, he'd have been gone. Jody, I said that I feel bad for Mia. I can't imagine Mia, Andre, Andre's family. I cannot imagine how they feel. Mia for hearing her mom say, you know, she's closer to Gypocrit than her. But Andre and his family for hearing how Gypocrit, you know, was so comfortable with the N-word and just the disgusting, vile way they spoke. Like, and that's who he's marrying. He's marrying her sister.
I just wanted to say, I think Ken's original thing and like the beginning with the life after lockup thing, like when they reconnected, I think his original plan was just to take her from Ryan just to prove he could.
Yeah, he could. But my thing is like the beef. Like, was there personal beef between them?
From what I
Or,
know,
huh?
from what I know, there was beef between Ken and Ryan already.
Why though? Who could
It
Gypsy
was,
started it?
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was orchestrated by Gypsy.
Mm-hmm. Because they don't know each other, and they wouldn't known each other if it wasn't for Gypsy.
Yeah, but Gypsy was going back and forth and telling Ryan, Ken said this to me, and telling Ken, Ryan said this to me.
Oh.
Getting them all worked up.
And so they contacted each other out in the free?
Not that I know of. I just know that they've always had beef.
Well,
I know that they've always known about each other and that they've always had beef. So I think that's why I'm saying I think when Gypsy got out and everything, he already knew she was with Ryan and all that. And I think it was like, oh, I'm gonna just go mess with her to show Ryan I can.
I mean, I could, but that's why I asked like the personal thing. Like, I guess with me, if I'm hearing my ex or my dude say, oh, he's or she said this about you, like, if I don't know this person, especially if you're in prison, right, and we live in two different states, I don't know who this bitch is. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not damn for sure not gonna contact them and create my own personal beef. Like, okay, cool, they said this about me. Cool. They don't even know me. Yeah, and Kennan's older than me. So like the maturity level, like he has, like, or were you just that fucking petty? Like, you just heard somebody said something about you and now you got your own personal beef with them that you want to just prove to them that you can take them, like, or take her. That I just feel like there's a why behind that. There's got to be a why. Like, Ryan personally said something to Kennan or whatever that pissed Kennan off, not Gypsy telling him, "Hey, Kennan or Ryan said this."
I get what you're saying. I understand. And I don't know all of that. But I just know what I saw on Life After Lockup, and she was definitely feeding both of them different stories.
Yeah, fuck yes, dude. Absolutely. I just wonder before that, like before she got out of prison.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I get what you're saying.
There was beef from the jump. Why?
Yeah, but that's why I was saying, I just think in the very beginning, it was like, oh, I'm going to just go show Ryan I can steal this because I want to.
Or that 25K sounded real nice.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
it could have been a mix of both.
Exactly, at 25K an episode, shit. But remember that she told him that while she was in prison, so it's not like it was just new information.
No, exactly. But that's why I'm saying it could have been both. Like, grab a bag, get a little booty, go home, right?
Well, remember he was also in a relationship and was actively hiding the fact that he had ever even spoken to Hypocrite. And I told his ass that I was gonna bite him in the ass. I told him, don't you think you might want to tell him? Just saying. And what happened? A mutual friend saw some shit with Kenan and Hypocrite online and sent it to his ex. And she fucking left while he was at work. And Kenan did not want that to happen. Like, he's never been the type to chase. He's not gonna be the one, no, please, please, please. But the most, like, he did try, like, he's like, don't leave. Like, you don't have to. We can talk. And she, like, no, I want to leave. So he stepped aside and let her leave. But he at least attempted the, like, no, we can talk. That's about as much as you're going to get out of him. Like, it's healthy, by the way. That's a healthy reaction. If somebody says they want to leave, you let them leave. That's healthy. Okay? It's not healthy to make somebody stay. Just saying. So, when they're like, oh, he don't give a fuck. No, he's healthy. He's responding in a healthy way. It's not that he doesn't give a fuck. But it was after that he went for the show. And I think a lot of it, the embarrassment from it, but money. And he's now going to want to leave Seattle for real. And, he's moving. He doesn't, like, the ex moved. He's going to want to move. So now money is a thing. So I really do think, like, I don't think he had intentions of Aurora. I don't think he regrets Aurora. Absolutely not. But that was not his plan. No, Terry, he stays because of Aurora. And you're right, Boho. No normal person reaches out to people in prison. I can 100% concur that. But I don't think I ever remember saying, well, maybe I did say he's normal. I'm just saying, I don't remember ever saying that I think I said we put the fun in dysfunctional, okay? Nobody claimed to be just, normal people, but we're not like crazy, murderous, psychopathic crazy. Like we're the dysfunctional kind, the fun. Like, I don't, why he reached out, I still don't even know how he reached out. Like, who told you about this? Like, this is something you searched up on the internet and just came across the fact that you can pen pal people in prison? Or like, did somebody tell you about this? And like, did you hear about her case and then like, oh, I can write her? Or did you like write her and then find out about her case? Like, and then like, what was it? Did you find out about her case after, or did you know her case and then hit her up? Like, what? He won't give these answers. Thank you, Boho. And she tries, Boho, but my mom, she's in a delicate place. She doesn't want to lose Kennan or, Aurora or access to it. So her pissing Kennan off, would probably get him to like not talk to her and not want Aurora to come around, blah, blah, blah. So she has to just be careful with it. But I don't know. I think my mom should be responding a little bit more tough with a little bit more bite. But Kennan's not my kid. So let her parent how she parents.
Hopefully, eventually, she'll put her mom voice on.
Huh?
Hold on. I said, hopefully, eventually, when talking to Ken, she'll put on her mom voice and get a little bit stern with him.
Exactly. Yeah. And Boho, that's what I'm specifically talking about. When I listened to that phone call, I'm not kidding. I paused it when she said that. I paused it and immediately went for Kennan's number and just as quickly remembered, oh shit, she's literally talking to Kennan. What the fuck? No point in calling him. Like, it was that like shocking. Like, motherfuckers, that was Kennan that she was telling that to. So there's nothing, you don't need to let your brother know. Did you know about, he did know because she was talking to him. That's what made me like, bro, you lied to me. You told me to be quiet, to stop talking about Hypocrite like that, to listen, that she has a story, blah, blah, blah. And so I fucking did, because if I didn't, you wouldn't be able to talk to me anymore, blah, blah, blah. And that's not true. She's a murderer and she told you that. I'm not, like, you deceived me in a big fucking way. Talk about betraying. I don't know, Heidi. I have not talked to him, and last time I talked to my mom, I was telling, she hadn't even known about the calls. My mom's not on TikTok anymore. She's barely on social media. She picks up her Bible instead. Those were her words. So, and if I try to throw out anything about her, like Gypsy just starting off, it's immediately, nope, I don't want to hear it. So I have to like ease my way into that conversation. So I started off with like the Lindsay Clancy thing and then found a way to turn it. Well, now that you say that, blah, 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 these phone calls are getting released. And she didn't know about these phone calls. And then I told her if I were her, I wouldn't listen to them then, unless you want your feelings hurt. And I don't know if she went and listened to them. I've talked to her since then and she didn't say she did. But I know my mom, and I believe she went and listened, at least to some of them. And I don't know. I'll talk to her today, and we'll find out. And if she hasn't, she'll be listening to them today.
I just hope she doesn't try to listen to all of them, because I feel like some of them might ruin Ken for her, you know?
That's why. Well, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play anything that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really just gonna let her hear the phone calls that, you know, of Ryan saying those things, and then ask her. Now, think about why she sent pictures of Aurora to him. Like, to make it personal, you know, like, why this relates to you, mother, why it relates to us is because, remember, this woman sent pictures of Aurora to him. While you're thinking, oh, that's her mother, okay, her crime doesn't matter, okay, but this does. This is new shit. I mean, and if at some point, if my mother or my siblings like act a certain way, I'll have to go, because there's no way I'm standing cool with a family that would support someone like that. Like, if y'all are cool with standing against, which that's not how it is now, but like, if that's how it is, once I know for a fact that she's heard the calls and she's still standing on Hypocrite, bye. That terrifies me. I'd rather not. And she is very sweet, Anita. She wants to see the best in everybody. There's good in everybody, in every situation, no matter what. And that's, I'm trying to remind her that saying wolf in sheep's clothing is for a reason. The monsters don't have 3 eyes and hide under beds. They look like just you and I. That's for a reason. And how many times do we have to let something happen before we go, oh my God, we had a monster around us the whole time. Oh my God, they were a wolf in sheep's clothing. Why can you not just see the wolf in sheep's clothing before the wolf attacks? That's being ignorant. Especially when, like, the evidence is there. Like, it's one thing not seeing it coming, but you know you can see it coming, and you're choosing to deliberately ignore. Absolutely not. Look, but she way because it's being recorded. But on trouble they said on the phone, like, it's not, no inmate. I mean, once they're there for what? No, they typically don't forget that they're being recorded. Oh yeah. Legal rights to what? Exactly. And she was laying on her chest. Weird. Considering the kid was laying head on his chest, reading a book, a children's book, while he's getting, I couldn't stand the way he said book. Like, you just sound like a P3DO right now. Like, just everything, you sounded so, like, nothing was more southern than that book. Like, you just sound nasty. Yes, Jody. We were close before she got involved with him. Literally, since she's been involved with him is actually when our relationship stopped being close as it was. Like, he stopped even, like, responding the same way he would. Like, yeah, it's just a whole switch up. It's just that, like, I could tell that it wasn't like my brother. Like, there would be times where he responded and it's literally one word, and it's been like after days. Hypocrite ignores for days. You know, like, there's just where I know it's because of her. Because he's never behaved this way, even with his ex-girlfriend. You know, he had no problems calling us, FaceTiming. She'd be there, FaceTiming. Like, Hypocrite don't like me because she knows that I'm hipped. My older sister, his full sister, she's more like my mother. You know, like, she's more, there's got to be good in everybody. She doesn't want to push the drama and, you know, leave well enough alone. That's how they feel like. Let a sleeping dog lie, whatever. Because that sleeping dog gonna wake up one day. And y'all gonna be wondering why the fuck you let it stay. You should have had it gone before it woke up. Could be Patty, but I really think that she only acted that way because she was being recorded. And yeah, I don't know why my mom would need legal rights. Like, I know I heard the story of my mom has custody of Aurora and she lives in Louisiana and all that. None of that's true, and it never was true. Who did? Amy? Christy scammed, or Gypsy scammed Christy for my mom's phone number? Oh, wow. How did that happen? No, Ivy. Gypsy or Gypocrit is living at Christie's and Rod's. Oh my God, Allie. Allie.
Was on mute saying what?
Don't even react. Just peep. Scroll a little bit if you have to. Where the fuck? Or did it disappear? Maybe you have to go look, like, in the viewers or whatever. Yeah, go look at who's watching. Let me see. Oh, of course. Maybe it's because I called it out. But
I don't see what you're seeing. Can you screenshot it?
It's not there now. It was, remember what I showed you last night on my video that I had just posted in the comments?
Yeah.
They were just on.
How fun.
Yeah, they had just joined. But as soon as I said peep it, it was gone.
Naughty Wendy, it's an inside joke. Y'all don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm sorry. That's when I really can't tell. I mean, yeah. I really can't. But Saka, I don't know. According to Christy, she's more close to Gypocrit than she is her own daughter. That's what she said to Gypocrit, at least. Yeah, like if I was Mia, like, dude. Yeah, it's Guess Who or whatever, but it disappeared. So, but yeah, that's what I was trying to tell her because people have said that that's hypocrite. Why would she be? Why would she? Oh Lord, what did I bring that up there? Because apparently more bitch went live yesterday. I just saw it.
No, I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, well, he's just saying normal shit. It's all our faults. We're all terrible people. He's talking shit about us. And we're all obsessed. It's been 3 years, blah, blah, blah. And you spent that whole 3 years being obsessed. Respectfully, get the fuck on somewhere. Like,
Exactly.
you cannot be mad that somebody is talking about somebody that you spent 3 fucking years doing so.
I was gonna say that's probably why I don't hear people talk about his lives anymore, because nothing interesting happens in there anymore. He just goes live every day and says the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah, and yes, Brandy, fucking Rod and Christy are on a cruise, yes. Well, Jody, they're broken up right now. And again, yeah, boho. The live is just disgusting. He literally responded like classic textbook how they respond by trying to explain it away as it wasn't that. That's not what that. You're making it. Why you did? That's literally textbook. The classic response. Like, yes, it was that bad. No, nobody is saying that. Nobody's making it that way. You said that shit. That was your words. Those were your words before you got a reaction that you didn't expect and then switched it up and got angry because she wasn't listening to what you were saying. She heard you when you first said it. That anger screams to the guilt. I have no idea, Spanish doll. Yeah, well, Jordy, the racist that he was, like I said, it's despicable. He was racist, but I have said that that was something he could have came back from. Sorry, people have gone on stand-up comedy and they've cracked like jokes that teeter the line, and depending on the crowd and the vibe, it either passes and people laugh or it doesn't. But it's still something he could have came back with time, or came back from with time. It wasn't like it was fucked up shit, but I don't think I've heard him say that he actually did or hurt anybody because they were, whatever. And I never heard him say that he would say it to their face. I heard him say he would never say it to their face. So that's why I say he could have came back from it. You cannot come back from this, dude. This is not something you can come back from. Talking about guilty people don't run, and that's why you're live. You're insane. Like, guilty people don't get asked if they would want, their new partner to do anything that their ex did and then respond with something that was weird and that they said they would never do again with that ex. What? Didn't I just ask you? Would there anything you would want me to do that your ex did? Why would you talk about something you don't ever want to do again? You're a fucking liar. You meant that shit when you said that shit. You should just leave. Don't even try to come and explain it. It's just worse. I tell my fucking son that. When you fuck up, what is the worst thing you can do about it? Or after? Is fucking lie. You already fucked up. Now you gonna lie about it too? You fucking up. Okay. Well, Amy, that's a very interesting theory. If you go listen to how he's spoken about me and how he continues to blast my legal first name, knowing I go by a surname, which is my middle name, because I'm a trafficking survivor, and my trafficker gets out in max 2029. He actually comes up for parole next year, and eventually he's going to get out regardless. And he may just, come across a hypocrite story. And if he sees my name, the name that he fucking knows me by, and he remembers my brother, like, he can put two and two together, he might just figure out who I am. There's at least a higher possibility considering the notary around, hypocrite. So I use my surname with my doctors in court, like every time, like my lawyer called me Autumn. Like, I don't go by that name except for on paper. And it's literally just switching my middle name. Like, I didn't make up a name. It's my name. But Morbitch thinks that it's funny to continue to blast it and blast it and blast it to all of his viewers, spreading, who I am, making it even more of a chance for him to figure out who I am and where I'm at. And he thinks it's funny. He thinks it's funny to laugh with the person who leaked my noodle photos and degrade me about them. So I don't think he's pushing information out. He's been running a smear campaign calling me a liar even after the phone calls with my mother came out, where we're having an entire conversation about the headboard video and the entire incident and how she thought Gypsy should be admitted and blah, blah, blah. All of that's not happening for something that didn't happen. Nobody's talking about all of that and nothing happened. But he's still just on this, she's a liar, like trying to like make it to where nobody fucking follows me or nobody does this or like whatever he fucking says in his video. And it's like, dude, why? Because I ignored his message. He said it on his live rant. You should have responded. You shouldn't have ignored my message. Like, I created the Gyp verse and I own everyone in it. And so you're mad because I didn't see your message. You thought I never saw his message until like weeks after being out. Like, I did not even know he messaged me. I was like, why the fuck is he so mad at me? I'm never even talking to him. And he fucking messaged me. I'll be damned. It was in my message request, but when you go to message request, there's a little box at the top right that's another message request. And you click on there. And I had like 200 something messages and found his. And he was pissed off. That's why he was pissy. Because I went with Audrey, not him. And according to him in his interview with Javier, every content creator that's been with this whole Gyp thing, like, they all are who they are because of him. They started on his platform. He created all this. He started all this. He really stroked his ego so hard in that 34-minute interview that he had. He shitted on everybody in the Gypverse, had nothing nice to say, and basically said he was everything great. And admitted to me on his panel the other night when I called in that this is his job. This is his job. So he's never gonna stop.
This is how he buys his McDonald's, you guys.
And more bitch. If you go look him up, it's Sir Morbid, but it's more bitch.
His YT and his TT probably pay for all his McDonald's bills because we know he doesn't pay rent because he lives in his grandmother or in his mother's basement.
Wow. Well, yeah. And regardless of where he lives, he's still a man who hides behind an image and uses a voice changer and degrades and just goes after people and attacks them for hours online and then explains it away by saying he's not doing it in a mean way, he's doing it in a joking way. It's never that bad. It's nothing is joking when you call a trafficking victim by a name that they literally have hidden and have a surname for their protection and privacy. You're not being funny. You're taking it real life and you're being disrespectful and disgusting. Boho, I got my own babies and my own life. Real shit. And it would be like Kenan calls me and it's like on. Other than that, we can plan. Like we can try to coordinate it to where, it's safe. But just going out there like, unfortunately, can't. I got babies. So, and I don't leave my kids with just anybody. And I'm definitely not going to bring them with hypocrite, especially with the situation going on. It's not going to happen. So.
Autumn, I think I'm gonna try to get some sleep because I know if I don't, I'm gonna be a rare form tomorrow.
I thought I was just about to say I'm gonna get some sleep because
because I was about to say I want to get some sleep, but I don't want to leave you out here without any mods or anything.
I know you're good.
All right,
I'm getting some sleep too. But thank you all. It was good seeing y'all. I'll be back on later.
all right. We'll talk to y'all later.
Thank you all for the gifts and everything. Bye.
Bye.